kick to the gut. I like it.
Oh boy, bros. Fam,
Yo.
how we doing? It's Mister Young.
And it's Foreign in the building. Bro, we picked quite a good week today, bro.
I know, right? Okay, so here's the thing, right? Not only, as you can tell from the overlay, as you can tell from things that are happening around us, we have a fundraiser that we're doing, and we can't wait to tell you more about it because it's for such a good cause, right? But we also have a brand new sponsor as well. You can check out all our details. It's right there. It's somewhere on the overlay right here. It says !fundraiser. You can type that into the chat to find out more, or you can type !sponsor to find out more about our wonderful sponsor here today.
Yeah, man. It's so as Cody Rhodes would say, so apropos. So much serendipity, you know.
Yes.
Because last week we were talking on the podcast like, wow, very slow news week. Okay lah, let's talk about titles lah. I hope there's gonna be a good news week next week. Holy crap, my prayers got answered, bro.
Bro, it just came to us like a tsunami of just news, good news, bad news, all kinds of news, right? So,
Yeah.
Okay, here we go then. Obviously, we're gonna jump into the very hot topic, but in just a little while. But there's also the, thing of what we need to talk about this past week on Raw. I guess we'll have to talk about Raw, SmackDown, and I'll even mention NXT, okay? Because
wow.
yes, bro,
Mister Young.
Raw and SmackDown was so boring, bro. I freaking was like, you know what? I feel like I didn't watch anything. Maybe I'll watch some NXT, and I was like, how do I put it? I was pleasantly surprised, not because it was such great, breathtaking wrestling, but it was like, at least it was something new. Because everything on Raw and SmackDown, holy crap, was it boring.
Man, okay. First of all, how do you know whether the Raw is boring or not? Like, because we do the podcast like 1 week later, right?
Yeah.
How much can you remember from Raw? That's how I see as a gauge.
Bro, I don't remember shit. I don't remember anything that's happened. And see,
but
remember
also to be fair, there's so much news cycle that happened since then.
True,
so it's very
true.
hard to keep track. But yeah, you're right, it's so hard.
Before we do anything though, we want to shout out to all the wonderful people up in chat right now. Jason, how you doing? HS Lee, Rishi, Zayden, Irvin. It's good to see everybody out. Rishi, I say Rishi's name twice. Okay, I give you special love. Muhammad Daniel. Let's say hi to everybody. All right, if you're in chat, please just say hi. Somebody got now the COVID, I saw. Irvin.
Down with COVID?
Irvin's down with
man.
the. Please get well soon, my brother.
Yeah, but guys, appreciate it, man. Irvin, please rest up, drink up, and perfect time for you to sit in today because this afternoon we got so much to cover, man. I don't know how to start even.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to just dive right in? Do we want to just jump into the pool?
Yeah, we can dive right into it. But before that, I just wanted because people were DMing me and asking me, hey, what's going on? Why suddenly got sponsor? Why suddenly got fundraiser and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to give a shout out to Nick Mutt. So Nick Mutt is our new sponsor, our reality estate guy, right? Big wrestling fan. I've known him for a while. I keep seeing him in SPW shows. And he was like, hey bro, I want to sponsor you guys on the podcast. I want to support you guys doing wrestling, and in return, can you help us? Can you give lobang? So like spread the word about what he does. So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Wrestling fan must always support wrestling fan, right? So so he came on board. So he's here on the chat. I don't know whether he's very shy or not, but he's listening. So if any one of you want to give a shout out in the future, when you guys ready to get a property or buy a house or rent, I know we're all about the same age group, right?
Yeah.
Hey, talk to a guy who's also a wrestling fan, man. Yeah. He will have your back.
He can relate. Nick, his details right there. Bam, it's all there, okay? And if you just need to screenshot or you go and use your camera to take a picture of that QR code, boom, you have his contact already. You know what to do.
Yeah, man. So now me and Young, we are on this journey, bro. So we've been doing the podcast for 3-4 years already. So we're thinking to ourselves, the best way to level up the podcast is to work with fellow wrestling fans, but in other industries. So what have we done? We've done a t-shirt company. We work with a t-shirt company. It's also a kick to the gut of wrestling fan. We've worked with pro wrestling schools, SPW, Grapple Max.
That's right.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, what is the weirdest thing that we have done? Real estate, Conrad Thompson. We have our own mortgage guy.
I wouldn't say weirdest thing. I say that we are spreading our wings because at the end of the day, yes, we are all wrestling fans, right? But we all also lead regular lives. We have regular life needs. We have property we need to manage. Perhaps we want to buy, we are moving house, we want to sell, we want to rent. These are all real life things that, we don't talk about because this is a pro wrestling podcast, but it is an important part of our lives, is it not?
Yes, it's true. And as our dear Nick can always say, we are always open for business.
Wait, hold on. Did you just compare us to Nick Khan?
Yes, Nick Khan. No, not Nick Khan. Nick Mutt. There you go.
Nick Mutt. Okay, I'm like, huh? What? Okay. Like, you talking about Nick Khan, Tony Khan, which Khan? Kanasai. That's what wrestling is right now, okay? Because of them.
Yes.
Okay, not just because of them. Muhammad then said, Alamak, never tell me earlier. No, I go to him to assist my house. Oh, well, see, in your lifetime, right, you'll deal with more than one house, correct?
Mister Young would know lah.
Well, that is true. So, hey, even if now's not the time, you take his details down, in the future, you're building towards it, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, for sure. And at the end of the day, guys, wrestling fan always support wrestling fan. So
hell yeah,
there you go.
I got proof, by the way. If you're like, are you sure this guy wrestling fan or not? I got proof. Check this out.
Oh,
boom! Look at him with Kenny Omega right there.
Kenny
Let's
Omega.
go. What's
Yeah,
up?
so this was, I think, 2019 when Kenny Omega, I think AEW just started out, bro.
Yeah.
And I think he had a match. Even, do you remember, bro, the match? 6-man tag team.
Yes.
Butcher on one side, Statement on one side, Dante Chen.
Oh, yeah.
Back then known as
Traxxas. Yes.
Mhm.
Versus Kenny Omega, the oily guy, the orang minyak. That means and
Nakazawa.
I know lah. Actually, that should be his new gimmick. Orang minyak.
If he
Oily
wrestled
man.
in this region, I think that's
Yeah.
the perfect nickname for him, bro.
Yeah. And who was the other one? The Shaolin fella.
Yeah, the Monk. Remember that time he had that crazy botch? Wow.
Yeah.
Remember, bro?
That's
Scary,
yeah.
yeah.
I do. And he was there. Our
Yeah.
dude Nick was there.
Yeah, Nick was there. He also, if I'm not wrong, he took a photo op with Pete Dunne when he came to Singapore. Oh, wait, sorry. Butch.
Oh, sorry. Butch.
Yeah, and Mustache Mountain was there. So, like, yeah, he's been in and around the scene. So, you never know, man. The next wrestling show, local wrestling show, you might see him as well. So, please, you never know who is in the orders these days, bro. Could
That's
be
right.
a real estate agent, could be a Blue Tube sponsor.
A what?
Blue
What
Tube.
what is that? Hold on. What?
Okay, Mr. Young, we'll keep it PG today. Never
I'm
mind.
very innocent. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, give my man a call if you need help with buying, selling, or renting property. He will one-winged angel your needs. He will crush your needs. That's what I'm trying to say.
I like that, Mr. Young. I like that.
Hell yeah.
As long as he doesn't give you clotheslines from hell, then can release.
Okay, here we go. Let's talk about this wrestling war. And
Yep.
bro, is this the
Yeah.
first time in the history of the pro wrestling business that there are two sides of a wrestling war actively trying to lose the war?
Oh dear. Yeah, man, bro. No one's winning, bro.
Bro,
That's all I can see for now.
And it's like this whole thing is just sway. There's a jinx, there's a curse on the wrestling industry right now. You got one side, finally you got MJF and CM Punk, causing a stir. Wow, very exciting news. CM Punk are not injured. You got MJF dropping the pipe bomb of the century, and then he just disappears. And then he so quickly, within a week, 2 weeks, becomes last week new. Now nobody's talking about MJF anymore, right?
Yeah.
And then over on WWE, you have Roman Reigns' ascendancy. Yes, he is the man. Oh, he has all the titles. Here's a lighter schedule. Come, you only show up Brock Lesnar style. And then you have this up and coming star that they've been building. The prodigal son has returned to reclaim his dad injured. Red Tete.
The most popular act on Raw, Team RK, bro. Randy Orton injured also.
Oh my God. And you're like, all right, this is the time to, build some young stars. Okay. You build young stars by apparently having pose-offs to wrap up Raw. How about that?
Yeah, it is so weird, man. Like, I feel like reminds me of 2016. Do you remember 2016 when they had an injury curse WWE?
Yeah.
And then it affected their WrestleMania 32. Like Randy Orton was gone, John Cena was gone. And like end up they had like a very They had to bring back Shane McMahon.
Yeah. Well, at this point, you never know. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, right? They always say with regards to Undertaker, in case of emergency, break glass.
Oh.
We have found our new break glass, bro.
Who's that?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, Brock. Okay, here's the problem. And I guess we're going to skip ahead to SmackDown because let's face it. Is there anything you want to talk about from Raw? Really?
No, bro. We have to work our way backwards, bro, because that will help jog my memory of what the hell happened on Raw.
Literally, can anybody in chat tell us something exciting that happened on Raw? Like something legit, like, oh shit, let's go, let's talk about that. No.
I'll start.
Okay, go.
The thing that excited me most about Raw was when they announced that this week Elias is gonna return.
Oh, right. Okay, so that's the big one, right? Next week, how are they going to pull it up? Elias, Ezekiel. Honestly, bro, I feel like I was excited for it for a while. And then it just... I don't trust them to do this well. I don't trust it to be something funny, it'll be hokey. It'll probably be a split screen thing a la Mick Foley. That might have worked in, 2000?
No, bro, 96, 97.
Yeah, that might have worked in 96, but in 2022, it's gonna be like, what you doing?
Yeah, why are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's very hard to remember exactly what happened on Raw. Was
Raw.
it last week or the 2 weeks ago where they had a pose off?
No, this week is this past week where they had and then he sprayed the baby oil into Lashley's eyes, and that's it. That was what wrapped up Raw.
Theory and Lashley in the main event in a wrestling match, maybe I can buy.
Sure.
But them in a pose off and the baby oil contest, like what the hell's going on, bro?
Bro, don't you see what they're doing? They're elevating the US championship. The US title is now main event.
Okay, that in their mind they think they're doing the right thing. But the way they go about it is like I cannot, bro. I don't know what to say, bro.
See, and we've been talking about this for the past few weeks. It's just gotten worse and worse in the past half a year, where it's almost as if they are legitimately on cruise control. It's like, okay, just rehash same matches over and over again. Once again, SmackDown, talking about rehash. Okay, let's ignore the very first segment, which is what everybody came to see, and it basically became nothing. You know, there was.
We'll deep dive into Vince McMahon slightly later on because that will be tied into that whole situation.
Oh,
but
you're right. A whole topic on its own, bro.
It's a whole topic, right? Yeah, but I want to acknowledge something. Lloyd on the chat said, I think Damien Sandow will appear as Elias.
Hey, bring this fella back, Sandow. He made a lot of bullshit work.
He was good. Remember that time he was doing the whole
Miz.
Yeah, Miz's
stunt double and all that shit.
Yeah. Oh wait, Lloyd is actually the guy who actually reached out to us for the base camp IT lah.
That's right. What's up, Lloyd? Hey, it's good to see you in chat, by the way. Certainly appreciate all that you're doing with us. Exclamation mark fundraiser. Okay, we're doing something big. We want to help out, and we'll talk more about it a little bit later on. But if you want to know more right now, exclamation mark fundraiser to get all the details.
Yeah, man. My man, Lloyd. Okay, we'll continue talking about it in a bit. But yes, back to SmackDown, bro. They try to hype it up by not just with the Vince McMahon thing, but making it Roman Reigns' first title defense since WrestleMania, right?
Sure. Here's the problem. You've sort of like made Roman Reigns this indestructible, all-conquering heel. Not for 1 second. Not for 1 second did I think Riddle had a chance.
No.
Not for 1 second.
But regardless of that, I appreciated the fact that they actually put Riddle in this main event spot.
Sure. But we all know it's just for the, just the main event. And all of it was to lead up to the big return. Before we get to the big return, let's just talk about the last laugh. Oh my god. Okay. If anything, let's try to look at the positives here. Moss. Moss looks like a badass. I think somebody said in our Discord, Moss looks more badass and believable than Wardlow. And I agree. He is jacked. He shows a lot of intensity. On the mic, he's better. Do you agree with me that Moss is better on the mic than Wardlow? Okay.
He has had chance to do more personality, show off more of his personality so far.
Despite the terrible joke-telling gimmick, but sure, yes.
I think a lot of fans see past the terrible gimmick and see, oh shit, the performer there. Like, there's something there with him.
Yes.
And didn't you say last week or what that he looks a bit like Scott Norton?
Yep, a little bit.
Yeah.
So, okay, my thing is, like, I thought this feud was done. And then they had to do it one more time. This is WWE. Once again, I don't know if it's lazy booking or they just like, okay, we don't know what to do. It's we talked about this every week. AEW, they want fresh matches all the time. Nobody knows who these jabronis and jobbers that are wrestling. Meanwhile, on the WWE side, let's do the same match again and again.
Yeah.
This week. Okay, one last match, the last laugh. I swear, if next week they're in a tag team match against each other, I will stop watching SmackDown altogether. I swear, bro. I cannot already. I'm done.
Bro, you talk about repeat matches. Can you name me how many times New Day has fought against the Brawling Brutes?
Did you hear that Sheamus apparently is going to have a part-time contract moving forward?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to think he's been there more than a decade, really. He's one of the long veteran performers there.
Well, apparently he wants to do the Hollywood. Everyone's doing the Hollywood thing, huh?
Yeah, because Hollywood thing clearly pays more. You sit there 3 months film, you get paid more for an entire year there. So why not?
And it raises your value to a point where you can do like the Brock Lesnar schedule. You see, Brock Lesnar set a precedent. Actually, if you think about it, right? Him, Cena, Rock, okay, maybe he didn't set the precedent. Like maybe in modern times he did, but it feels almost as if a lot of these workers, they're like, okay, you know what? Actually, that should be like, I'm going to capitalize on my fame, try to push it elsewhere, and then work a part-time schedule.
Agree. People like The Rock, people like John Cena, they all have paved the way. Like you said, Brock Lesnar, they created this avenue.
Yeah.
You know what? I would even throw the Bella twins in there.
Sure, yeah.
Honestly, they created an entire industry of reality TV fans who watch wrestling because of what they do. So I feel like this helps the industry because you really are making the wrestlers independent contractors, right?
So then is that what Sasha was trying to do? Sasha Banks was like, you know what? Like get her feet wet, and then she's like, okay, nah, I don't want to deal with all this drama in the WWE anymore. I'm out of here. Bye bye. Okay, is she confirmed release or not? All I see are rumors and innuendo.
It's a reported release because this guy Raj Giri, I trust his sources because he has broke a lot of interesting news. But he has heard that it has been reported that she's either released or asked for a release or been fired. He can't confirm that. Because right now, I think they're talking among their lawyers, but they haven't released an official statement yet. So that is the situation right now. So if you're a football fan, bro, it's like you know that the footballer has signed with the club, but they haven't put on their Instagram yet, bro.
Not confirmed, lah. Not confirmed. It's just there. Yo,
Yes.
Tovakin, welcome.
Yeah. Oh, Tovaki, what's up, bro? Yeah, they haven't Here We Go yet. You know, like hasn't hasn't started yet. So as of now, I would say that maybe we should get used to calling her Mercedes now.
Okay, sure. Mercedes will be all elite soon, perhaps. And then, well, that's a whole different shithole. We'll talk about that in a bit. But looks like Corbin versus Pat McAfee is next. Is that the feud we want to see?
So what I've heard is they've actually been pitching to work together for
Okay.
a while. Do you know this? Do you know about their history?
I mean, they're both football people, so that is
Yeah.
a connection there. But I mean, Pat is an announcer, right?
Yes.
And I have my reservation because he's finally like settled in, you know, with Michael Cole. People are getting used to it. And then now he's gonna like, why are they gonna do this for SummerSlam like they did with WrestleMania?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like I feel like why are you relying on Pat McAfee when you can be building your actual full-time in-ring talents to be the level of Pat McAfee, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or at best, have Pat McAfee be a manager or mouthpiece for somebody who can't talk, like your Ricochets, like your, whoever else, right? It's like,
Okay, here's the thing. I just realized this weird thing about WWE, right? They love celebrity. They love outside mainstream stars, right?
Yeah.
If they made their fame outside of WWE, then they will treat them like a star. But if they are within WWE, it seems like they can't let them be stars. They need to control these talents.
Bro, it's like Singapore, bro. If you think about it.
Deep.
Yeah, it's like, isn't this the thing, the knock against the Singapore, quote unquote, not say against the music industry, but about people in Singapore. It's like, oh, you got a musician, they've been hustling in Singapore so many years, no attention. Just go overseas one time, get famous, come back, everyone, wow, so good, this one. You know, that has always been the criticism towards people in Singapore.
Bro, case in point, if that Crazy Rich Asian author released his book in Singapore, you think it will become a Hollywood movie?
No, but then
Absolutely
he
not.
released it in the US, it became big, and then, boom, there you go. I mean, I've seen it so many times being, kind of on the periphery of the music industry, right? It's like, so many people, they have to go overseas, make it big, and then we will be like, yeah, see, they're good, what? They're good. They made it overseas. As opposed to us supporting local talent. Hashtag support local talent.
Hey, thanks, bro. Bro, I'm always happy that you support me in my music endeavors as well.
That's right. Yes.
But again, like, in terms of Pat McAfee, why is he treated like such a star when, like you said, like it's as if, right, bro, he's like a Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
They should treat him like Jerry Lawler, where he have feuds here and there. They need him break glass, like they attack Michael Cole, then he defend him, that kind of thing. But he shouldn't be storyline. Do you see Jerry Lawler fighting against Stone Cold or freaking, like in main events or what?
For no
matter
reason.
how good he is.
Yeah. It really feels like a break glass in case of emergency, and looks like there's emergencies everywhere, even though they have the people in the company to do the work, as it were. So okay, I can't remember if Ronda's promo was on this SmackDown or last SmackDown. All I remember is looking away and not paying attention to it.
Okay, let me tell you something that is interesting about this feud that didn't happen on screen, bro.
Okay.
Oh my god, actually, okay, I was laughing because I saw this on Twitter and I'm thinking to myself, like, I need to tell Young on the podcast. So apparently they talk shit to each other on social media.
Who? Natalie and Natalia lah. And
Natalia and Ronda, right? Okay, so we've established that they are friends behind the scenes. So I don't know whether they are busting each other's balls or they are legitimately doing some shoot shit. But like, what was funny was Ronda was like, I think you should just go back to being on your hot sister's YouTube channel and like just be YouTube stars lah. Because I think because apparently they do weird shit like you know, you see a video where they like sharpshooter each other. Yeah. And like she's trying to imply that Natalia is nothing but like at most just a social media person, and she just need to leash on her hot sister and do weird HLA things. That's the only way she can get attention. So that was the innuendo there.
Yeah.
And then you know, I don't know whether Natalia got legit offended, but her reply felt very, very like straight to the point, bro.
Okay.
She was saying like, at least my YouTube channel is better than your crappy one where you're just growing up in the farm and like talking about alien conspiracies and being a nerd. I'd rather choose my hot sister anytime. Like the viewers would rather choose hot sister anytime. So I'm thinking to myself like, it's such a total divas feud, bro.
I feel like they've quote unquote scripted this, and it's a work lah. You know, it's a work that's gone on social media because let's face it, this is more entertaining than what Ronda is doing on the mic. They should not give her a mic. She is so boring. She's so stale right now. It's not even funny. At this, I don't know how they managed to make one of their biggest stars, someone with actual mainstream legitimacy and value, made her so unwatchable.
Here's the thing, bro. Like, I remember what made her so compelling. She has a great real life story, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that helped promote her to make her like a star is all those UFC documentaries that hype fights, hype packages where they just follow her while she's training. Let her speak properly, like a normal human being. Those hype videos, and remember she was talking about shit, calling out people, and why did that sound more natural than this scripted shit? Because
that's who she is. In real life, when she, like, obviously I follow her career as well, you know, in the UFC, she's just not a very polite person. So why are you purposely making her, like, smile and try, like, obviously they are
we see through it, right?
Yeah, it's just not her. She's playing a role and she's not doing it well because she's not an actress. She's a badass fighter. Let her be a badass fighter. Let her fuck people up. That's what they did the first time around. And then now it just feels like she's like, okay, I'm just doing it because, you know, I have to do it and I don't care already. Whatever.
Okay, bro. Honestly, if I was the creative writer here, if I was the Vince Russo here, I would build up Natty. I know she's been so like rubber the way she's been treated, but build her up as this like last bastion of the hard dungeon. Like I hold up the standards of pro wrestling. Make it a pro wrestling versus MMA rivalry.
No, bro, her whole gimmick is she got Guinness Book of Records, some horse shit like that. Like, I mean, it's so childish.
The boat.
Like, what? You know, like, yeah, that's exactly it, right? And this goes back to the whole presentation of pro wrestling. In 2022, none of it feels like a legit sport anymore. And, you know, okay, I'm not stupid. I'm not saying, oh, everyone should be shooting on everybody. No, I'm just saying at least make it look, put some effort into making it look more like a shoot.
Yes. And at the end of the day, right, bro, like we can't redo Natalia's career. But if I had the chance to like take her under my creative wing in 2010,
right,
bro, like if she could have been this generation's Bret Hart, damn it.
Yeah, she could have. I mean, okay, like you know, going back to the whole you know, when they announced that Vince was showing up on SmackDown, you know, he's going to be there as the Mr. McMahon character. Oh, so they're all playing characters. And then there's a report about how they rewrote the entire script. Oh, so the show is a script. Do you see what I'm saying by when I say that the whole portrayal of the whole presentation of pro wrestling is now just so this is a TV show, and it's a shittily act TV. If I want to watch a TV show, I'm going to watch Netflix. I'm going to watch some like frigging Game of Thrones or Stranger Things. If I want to watch a scripted show,
bro, I would have watched The Boys. Freaking got like so many 101 like TV shows out there, right?
Yeah. So why are you making me watch the same matches over and over again while the wrestlers pretend to hate each other badly?
Yeah. It's tough lah. It's sometimes, right, if I'm thinking like if I want to make like the perfect wrestling promotion, right, I want all elements from all the different promotions, like the WWE's production quality.
Yeah.
I would love the New Japan sports, like because they still treat it like a sport in Japan, right? Where they have post-match interview, because even AEW doesn't do that anymore. But I would love AEW's creative freedom in telling their stories.
Well, you see, that also comes with a whole bag of problems, which we will get into in just a bit. Don't worry, everybody, don't worry. Okay, so let's just get to the main event. All right.
Yeah. Let's do
Guess
it.
who's back? Oh, what a fresh matchup! Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns again.
Yeah.
Bro, as it was, it felt a bit dragged out when it came to WrestleMania. It's like, finally they're gonna have their blow off. And then now, how many months has it been since WrestleMania? It's like, why?
2-3 months? Yeah.
Guys, why?
Yeah. No, that's the thing. Like, even when reaching WrestleMania, we were like, oh, I'm so glad this thing is finally over. One more big payoff, like establish Roman Reigns as the guy.
Yeah.
I'm not against Brock returning. I love Brock, right? We love Cowboy Brock, right?
Yeah.
But like, come on lah. Like, you already make the mistake. To me, it's still a mistake making it an undisputed title where there's 2 titles is being carried, Because if you had one guy still carrying the WWE Championship, then Roman can have his long-ass running Universal title reign, but it still keeps the WWE picture like still free, and you have a Raw. It's not going to be a boring ball fest right now lah.
3 hours and no main championship. I mean, say what you want, Bianca Belair is, we all see the talent there. She's not established. She's not a main star yet in a lot of people's eyes. If you give it to Becky Lynch, maybe, but not Bianca.
Honestly, bro, if Bobby Lashley was still the WWE champion, I would love a proper WWE championship title rivalry between Brock. Brock can come back on Raw and do the same thing, but to Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, no, but okay, the crazy and the stupid thing is the whole idea of giving Reigns both titles is so that he can jump back and forth on both networks. And, see, so both networks are happy they have that bigger star, right?
Yeah.
Now the exact opposite has happened. Like, literally, you gave him both titles. Oh, sorry, part-time contract. So now he shows up even less on both networks.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I feel like WWE must have known that Roman Reigns was angling for a part-time contract. Yeah. For sure. So my question is why... So there's 2 ways of looking at it, right? Either they're trying to create that mystique that Brock Lesnar had, where Roman Reigns, every time he fights, it's a special event. Yep. I see where that comes from.
Sure.
But I feel like they're playing... Like, they're treating their fans like, okay lah, accept that, this is happening. As opposed to trying to make their television interesting.
Yeah. See, if it would work if the IC and the US title scenes were a little bit more legitimate. And maybe that's what they're working towards. Like, you got Theory and Lashley for the US title. You got Gunther as the IC. Hopefully he moves on. I do enjoy Ricochet's work, but no, not now. Gunther needs to move on to a beloved babyface and destroy this beloved babyface. Right now, Ricochet is sort of, he's just another cruiser.
Bro, I had a crazy thought. I had a crazy idea, right? Okay, Roman Reigns leave, right? Yeah. Then the undisputed number 1 heel should be Gunther. Gunther brings out the IC title prestige, next level, right? Yeah. Has a great title defense against their biggest babyface. I don't know who at Money in the Bank. Yeah. You know who should show up and challenge Gunther turn out right after the match?
Who?
Freaking Brock Lesnar lah.
Oh, hey, there you go. Yeah. And that's how we put over Gunther lah.
Put over Gunther, Brock Lesnar gets a new fresh feud. You want bro. We don't think about WWE's crappy booking, right? But the thought of Gunther in the same ring as Lesnar, bro. I'm getting goosebumps, man. I'm like, I need to go, oil myself here, thinking about it. What?
Oh, Oramania, what?
Orang minyak, yes. I went to Nakazawa myself, bro.
Nakazawa.
So,
Today, this is the word of the day, by the way. Orang minyak is the word of the day.
last week or a few weeks ago was red tete, right?
Yeah, red tete now is orang minyak. Okay, oily man.
I know WWE will never book this card, but
Yeah.
I can give you two great fresh matchups that not only build new stars, but actually will be a legitimate. People will actually buy pay-per-view to check it out, right? Gunther versus Brock Lesnar for the IC strap. Theory versus John Cena for the US title strap.
Okay.
Two fresh matchups.
But isn't that okay? To be fair though, isn't that the program that they're working towards? Cena versus when is Cena supposed to be back? By the way.
Actually the Raw right after Forbidden Door.
Oh, okay. So next week,
Yeah, next week. Yeah. So think about it, right? If it was me, and I know Riddle is really out of the picture, so Riddle can't challenge. I would put Lashley back on the title picture and make it Lashley versus Reigns. They never had a title feud.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay lah. So to be fair, that's what they're building towards. SummerSlam, big rematch, Brock versus Roman. Where do they go from there? What, Brock wins and then now cannot be what, right? So Roman wins again? Like,
You know what's the crazy thing, bro?
what?
Right after SmackDown ends, that match cannot advertise, right?
Yeah.
They completely don't give a shit about Money in the Bank. They're like, who cares about Money in the Bank? I'm just gonna promote the main event of SummerSlam straight away.
Yeah, they're like, okay, like Money in the Bank, it's a foregone. I mean, it's whatever lah. Okay, and also, who should win Money in the Bank? I mean, it does make things interesting, but the problem is, and this is, it just feels like that's how they are working these days, right? They just focus on the big events. Your every week show, anything, and just copy paste. It feels like their call sheet is copy paste. Just move around a few names here and there. What is this? This is like me setting up matches in 2K22. Like I do the most basic shit because I'm a basic. I mean, you know, I'm obviously not a booker, right? So
I thought you want to call yourself a basic bitch, bro.
I'm a basic bitch booker, right? And then like you know, it's just so weird trying to watch.
Yeah. Okay. My thoughts, right? I mean, I've been watching on internet, like reading up reports. If it was me, and I wouldn't mind because there are three completely different characters now. It was me. I want Seth Rollins to win the title, the Money in the Bank championship. But instead of doing a opportunistic cash in, make it a triple threat.
Oh, Seth.
Rollins, Romans, and Brock.
Okay, so at least on the main event card, it's something fresh and not the same match again.
A new dynamic, yeah.
But okay, to me that kind of doesn't make sense because it's Seth. Like, he already did the shock cash in of the century thing. So why would he, from a storyline perspective, right, from a character perspective, then do the right thing and call his shot?
So this is my way of kind of bringing this new wrinkle to the Rollins character. Because remember, Rollins played mind games with Roman back at Royal Rumble, and legitimately that was a great match. When he did when he wore the shield to play mind games with him, I feel like in his character's point of view, right, he has reached this, megalomaniacal. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry, bro.
Megalomaniacal.
Megalomaniacal, yeah, thanks, bro. So he has reached this state of mind where, like, I can take down Brock if I want to. I can defeat Roman Reigns if I. It's just this like Joker-like thinking, like just want to cause chaos, and it's almost as if after whatever he did to Cody Rhodes, he got now this vicious streak, right? He is unafraid. I think he's fearless to like, I can destroy both of them if I want to, and it would actually make it much more interesting because he's like an unknown quality in the dynamic of the match.
Sure. I just go back, okay, like, I guess, there's no use crying over spilt milk, but just imagine if this fella didn't turn heel after, didn't maintain heel after defeating Cody Rhodes. Losing to Cody Rhodes. Just imagine if he went face. Just imagine if he shook his hand, he was like, I respect you. And then, to be honest, the crowd was already ready to turn face for Seth, right? And then imagine Seth wins Money in the Bank, and then he cashes in. So you got face Seth versus heel Roman.
Yeah.
Right? And then, let's say you want to take the belt off of Roman and give it to Seth. And then guess who's back? Cody. In 9 months. So now you have Seth versus Cody, this time for all the marbles. It's like you may have won the championship in my absence, but guess what? I beat you 3 times. That title is my title. There you have a WrestleMania main event. Without Roman Reigns.
Yeah, so here's my thinking. I know in WWE's mind, they want to make the blockbuster match, headlining match, Roman Reigns versus The Rock, right? But you're right. I would argue instead of making it for the title, make it a standalone match.
Yeah.
Just for the head of the table. Like, make it Rock Cena WrestleMania 28. Not because I don't think Cody and Seth deserves to be the main event. I just think that it creates 2 main event matches as opposed to just one. Yeah.
Rishi asked, would they do a Drew cash-in? To be honest, right now, I hate that I'm saying this, but I find Drew very, very bland. Very, he's just doing what he's supposed to do lah. It's in the script. He's going out there making ball and dick jokes with the New Day, Big D and all that. I'm like, what am I watching? This is so childish. Oh yeah, and then on Raw, you got Miz and Maurice with their ball segment. It wasn't this past week, it was the previous week, right? As I was watching it, I'm like, who's writing this shit?
Bro, I don't know.
You know what segment I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
about how
of
he is, I have very big balls. I heard you had small balls. Balls. And then Maurice has to defend her husband about his balls. I'm like, what is this? What 12-year-old wrote this?
As R-Truth would say, that's not PG, bro.
Oh my god. It's I don't know, man. Bro, well, okay, everybody, chat. What do you think? If we turn this podcast into a lifestyle podcast, we start talking about things that happen in the news instead of wrestling, because I don't know how much of this crap I can continue watching, both from the WWE and from AEW.
You know what's funny? I always, I think we've talked about this before, right? Like, even there's nothing happening on the current product, we can always dive back and talk about the past and all that kind of stuff, right?
True.
But I realized, right, what's even funny, what's even more entertaining is that us crapping on the product and being like legitimately telling us how you feel, right? Actually, it's more entertaining than the actual show.
This is affecting my mental health. Mental health, bro. Like literally when I watch it, I go, this is so, like, I have to do something else when I watch Raw. I'm not gonna lie, I can barely pay attention. Only when literally this past Raw, nothing caught my attention. Other than the terrible pose down at the end, which made me go, what?
Yeah. Oh, Tovakin say, how about talk about New Japan, bro?
Cannot. It's like starting a whole new game. You have to learn the new mechanics. You have and it's like picking up a game halfway through, because you know there's history to learn and stuff like that. Can't blame horses. Irvin says can't blame horses for not producing cow milk, because to be fair, WWE is aimed at kids. It wasn't always like this.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was. Zayden, Daniel all had the same sentiment. Time to do classic pay-per-view reviews and watch-alongs from old pay-per-view shows.
Oh my god, yes. Hughes, how are you, by the way? Yes, we will get to the main event of the evening in just a little while. In the meantime,
we still have to get through Forbidden Door first.
Oh, good lord. Let's move on, okay? Because we spend too much time on the most boring product right now. So we got one end of the spectrum, boring product, like copy paste, and then you go over to New Japan. I mean, not New Japan, sorry, AEW. Are you ready?
I mean, technically AEW and New Japan, but yeah, sure, let's go.
Okay, is it really AEW and New Japan? Okay, I say that because at this point, what is your hype meter for AEW versus New Japan?
Okay,
like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hype are you?
We should ask the chat about that. I don't know whether I'm one of the rare ones. But instead, I actually watched Dominion, bro.
Okay.
I actually sat down and I want to catch up on the New Japan product and
How was it?
More of the same. The more things change, the more things stay the same, right? So
I remember last week you said that it didn't seem like they were promoting this Forbidden Door that much at all. Is it still the same?
Yes and no, right? Okay, now I really kind of see how New Japan benefits from this partnership.
Yep.
New Japan is also using Forbidden Door to get exposure for their wrestlers. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
But I realized they're actually pushing storylines for their New Japan program. So they don't really care about the dream match aspect. Like, I feel like AEW is more about like, I'm gonna create all these first time dream matches, Tanahashi, Moxley, or whatever it is, make it a big deal. But for New Japan, it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm seeing you rolling your eyes, Mr. Young. So I completely agree with you. But New Japan is smarter. I think it's a Japanese thinking. Japanese is like, all these Americans, they just want spectacle. I think I'm just gonna focus on. I'm very bad Japanese impression.
But just because you're Japanese, every sentence must
Oh my god.
You've degenerated into an 80s Japanese character on WWF. Oh, Mr. Fuji-san. Oh.
I love Mr. Fuji too much, bro. That's why. But essentially, what for me, right? I think these Japanese are so smart. They're on another level from these Americans. They're like, you know what? You're giving us free TV time and exposure. Okay, then we're gonna push our feuds on our side, lah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry, continue.
To be fair, when I watch the AEW product, it's either they don't know how to promote the New Japan side or they don't care to promote the New Japan side. Because it feels the same on the other end. And I see everyone saying it's a 4 out of 10, it's a 5 out of 10. That seems to be the average in terms of hype for Forbidden Door. And I agree with that 100%. Also, hello Div Royalty, it's good to see you as well. Because, look, it's that mentality that bugs me, right? AEW has that mentality that you should know all these people already.
Yeah.
How many mass beatings happened on AEW where just this group of sort of like street clothes thugs show up, beat up some people, they do some promo, and then they set up a match for Forbidden Door. I'm like, I don't know any of these people. And as it is, I'm already kind of like, I'm a wrestling fan, right? So I kind of know, okay, I know Suzuki Gun, I know these names, Roppongi, I know these names from like previously. How do you expect some Joe Schmo sitting on his, in his living room watching AEW wrestling to know who the fuck these people are?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to, I'm like, who is, what? And even I was like, I have no idea what is going on. And then they announced a match. Oh my God. Okay, let's get down to Dynamite. Sorry, did you want to add something before we jump into Dynamite?
No. But what I just wanted to say was like, remember just a year ago, we were talking about what is the biggest thing AEW can do to rival WWE?
Yeah.
They need to do an AEW New Japan Super Show. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep, they've done it. But then I realized, I realized is the concept is great.
Yep.
But the execution is everything, bro. It's really everything, bro.
Because I think you know what it is. From a business standpoint, I think it's a commitment. Like Irvin says, it's half fuck. Because if New Japan is half fuck, AEW side maybe also. Like I said, I don't know if AEW side they half fuck or they don't know how to fuck.
By the way, this podcast is brought to you by a very professional real estate agent, and also we are doing a good cause raising charity for fundraising for charity. So excuse our language, we try to keep it PG.
Hey man, if there's anything you know about us is we speak our mind. Yes, and we are real with you, and therefore we work with people who are on the level with us, okay? So you can expect realness. That's what you can expect. Anyway, let's go back to this because Dynamite Road Rager, I get it. They need to theme the whole thing, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. I know what you're going to talk about. Let's go.
First match out of the gate, hair versus hair. Because, this Ortiz and this Chris Jericho, they've had such a blood feud for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, I guess, you can use the whole time in the inner circle as, they have history, right? Yeah. But I mean, really, in terms of clashing, like, they've literally only had this thing for 2 weeks. It's almost as if Ortiz came into the office one day, say, hey, I feel like changing my hair. Okay, we make this in an angle. Come, I shave your head.
Yeah. If nothing else, I think the one that has legitimate, like, it will be more intense. It's not with Ortiz. I think it's Santana. Didn't Santana was the one that had that pretty, like, dope promo where he called out Chris Jericho at the beginning? Mm-hmm. So it's first of all the wrong guy from Proud and Powerful that's feuding. Secondly, bro, don't you realize something?
What?
This AEW is also trying to promote their Blood and Guts pay-per-view. It's not even pay-per-view, it's a Dynamite. It's a Dynamite right after Forbidden Door.
Yeah. Which is fine, they got what's his face Excalibur to do the ADD thing by rattling off 10,000 things, and then next week, and then the week after that, you know how he does that, and it's like I didn't get a single thing you said, man.
Essentially verbal diarrhea lah in this sense.
And the worst part is, they tried to do it with Tony Schiavone and JR. They tried to like share, and then that half the time JR cannot catch up. So by the time he the graphic changed, JR still talking about the previous thing.
Bro, their processor, their Pentium a bit the old Pentium lah, bro.
No, bro. JR is running Pentium. Excalibur and the graphics crew are running like today's computers. Hey, Pentium. That one is not some 90s shit, bro. What the hell?
Do you get a nostalgia burst? I think JR's mind processing like a modem, like a internet modem.
Yeah, while Excalibur is JR is still still connecting. Oh my god, poor guys. But okay, so what the hell even happened? It was just a clusterfuck, and then oh right, and then he shaves his own head, right?
Yeah, but no, it's not just that, bro. It's not just that. Wait. Let me try to redo it.
Okay.
Blood and guts. Blood and guts!
So
blood and guts!
That's Ortiz's gimmick, is it? He just yells things repeatedly.
Yeah, man. Didn't he do it something like at the beginning of AEW? He was talking.
We the best. We the best. Last time during the Inner Circle, that's all he would do.
It's become a running jokes, yeah.
Hey, and also, I don't know if you noticed this, right? And okay, to be fair, I actually enjoy watching Dynamite more because it's such a clusterfuck. It's I rather watch the car crash than the nothing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Completely. But that's one of the reasons why we like the Attitude Era. It's not necessarily great wrestling matchups. It's just like so much shit just happening. Like, you don't know where to look, but you want to look,
Bro, Irvin says, imagine Ortiz at a drive-thru. Happy meal!
Fish, filet fish, double cheeseburger.
Oh my god, guys. Muhammad Daniel, yes, we saw. We actually shared this news on the Discord. And then somewhat earlier this week as well, Dave Hebner, another, pro wrestling referee, passed away, right? So obviously condolences to the families. And rest in peace, Tim White. My goodness.
Rest in Damien Priest, Mr. Young. We didn't even talk about Judgment Day, but
there was nothing, bro. There was nothing to talk about. They got rid of why?
You know why? Because it's Finn Balor cutting the promo. That's why.
Yeah, they got rid of their best promo guy, and that's that.
Yeah, but Tim White and Dave Ebner, Earl Ebner, that was his twin, right? From a certain time, don't you remember they had this big feud back in the 80s as
what,
like
Dave,
the fake referee?
Oh yeah. So it's like a ref swap deal they did. But that one was way before like when I was paying attention and really paying attention to feuds. I'm not that old, bro.
No, I'm just saying that was one of their classic things. But who was the one that's always with Stone Cold? It's Earl, right?
Earl Hebner, yes. So Dave is the other one. Tim White, actually his last match was at Hell in a Cell, Triple H, Chris Jericho. That was when he got injured, remember?
I remember he got crashed into the Hell in a Cell, right? And then he retired because of that.
Yeah, he separated his shoulder or something like that.
Oh shit! Don't you remember there was some segments that he did where he threatened to blow his brains out at the bar?
Yeah, like he got real dark at some point. So I don't know about that, but once again, rest in peace, Tim White and referee Dave Hebner. So
it's quite a come down from the blood and guts, but we gotta cover every single news. Right?
Yeah. Thanks for reminding us about that. Back to Dynamite. So okay, there was like literally one bright spot in Dynamite. Can you guess?
Let me think. Well, nothing to do with Chris Jericho for sure.
Nope. It's definitely not the Young Bucks.
Definitely not the Young Bucks. I don't know whether I'm sad to say I don't think it's Wardlow also.
Oh my god, we have to get to that soon. Actually, which happened? I can't remember which happened. But okay, it's Will Ospreay versus Dax Harwood.
Okay. That happened later on. But
I mean, like an actually good wrestling match. Aside from Will Ospreay's shitty looking finisher, which I've never liked. The one where he is it a
Hidden Blade?
Yeah, like he smacks the guy on the butt. No, sorry, on the back. Like it looks so bad.
Okay. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to elbow the guy from the back, but he swings it.
Yeah, like
into his
obviously,
head.
I get it. You want to be safe with it. You can't just anyhow really go and whack somebody in the back of the head with the elbow. That's obviously gonna be terrible,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But look, that's why I always say, especially in wrestling with strikes, wow, it's very hit or miss. Like you know what I mean? If
Yeah,
you actually hit, you're gonna fuck somebody up. But if you miss, it looks like trash, and I think it looks like trash.
Yeah, I personally prefer his other finisher, Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't use it enough, or hasn't been using it recently.
Yeah, I don't know why. So I don't know if Dax carried him to a good match or they just both worked well together. But it was a good match. And then the shit after that.
Okay.
Where
The shit came.
Roppongi Vice and then don't know who, Suzuki. Like, I honestly, when Excalibur started explaining all these factions, I was like, shut the fuck up. And then you can see JR and Tony were like, okay, we're just going to like relax. Like,
Take 5-minute break, toilet break.
yeah, like what's going on?
Yeah.
And then of all the people who are gonna challenge Will Ospreay, he's back.
Bro, when I talk about Forbidden Door, I talk about dream matches between AEW and New Japan. Never in my mind is Orange Cassidy part of any of the conversation, bro.
So Will Ospreay has this good match with Dax. He looks like a star, right?
Yep.
It feels like these two are like proper top athletes. And then
Yep.
now you're gonna fight the guy who's gonna give you fake kicks.
Okay, before we dive into that, I just wanted to give a shout out to Dex Howard. Honestly, bro, I think he's the MVP of AEW this year, bro. Like he's had the best matches. He really carried so many people to great matches, and very underrated guy lah. So it's interesting that he made Will Ospreay's match legit in that sense.
And then you're saying that Orange Cassidy is more of a... Oh, I guess he is more of a draw. He sells more merch, Ooh. I cannot...
Tony Khan shot there.
Oh, God. How about Tony Khan shot?
Yeah, that's what Tony Khan said. Oh, Orange Cassidy is a draw. You see his number and merch. That's why
okay, fuck lah. Fuck you and your spreadsheets lah. So yeah, that's our dream match for Forbidden Door. We'll get to that in just a bit, but is there anything else from this huge mess? Like honestly,
no.
AEW has done the worst job in trying to establish your invaders as people who are, interesting, top tier, recognizable. Because like I said, everybody shows up in just their street clothes. They don't really stand out at all.
Yeah. Okay, to be fair, we got a couple of mitigating factors, right? AEW, their top talent are all injured, right? I found out that Adam Cole is working through an injury as well.
Yep.
Brian Danielson has been out, Punk has been out. So we are losing a lot of their stars.
Yep.
So, okay, sucks. We cannot do the perfect AEW New Japan dream match, right?
Sure.
That's one thing. But the problem is, New Japan also is not giving their top stars. Apparently, Okada is taking a break. Okada dropped the title to Jay White, so he's not going to be there. We haven't seen Naito. We haven't seen... Tanahashi is the only guy. And, bro, no offense, Tanahashi and John Moxley face off.
Okay.
You want Tanahashi to do a talking segment on American TV?
Hold on. We are jumping the gun because that is the creme de la creme. That is the icing on this shit.
That's
cake
the one that you want to talk about. Okay.
Oh, good God. Okay, let's hold that off because I want to talk about the 20 plaintiffs versus Wardlow first.
Oh my God. Okay.
I hated this on so many levels. Okay, first of all, you have Wardlow who just came off the hottest feud on that card, honestly, right? Against MJF. MJF fucking put this guy into the moon. He should be now destroying people left, right, and center. Again, just continue the momentum. No, first thing he gets into a feud with is smart Mark Sterling, a fake manager, lawyer, whatever dude, right? And then, there's a fake lawsuit being brought against him because, lawsuits, we settle in the ring. 20 versus 1. That's a totally normal thing to do, not fake or scripted at all, bro. So the next time I got speeding ticket or what, I go to the court and dispute. I say, you come, we fight in the ring. Okay?
Yeah. It's a very bad booking. It's terrible. It's like, but when Batista won the title against Triple H, did he straight away go start fighting jobbers? No, what?
No.
Right?
Yeah,
He,
exactly.
he treats like a champion, right?
Yeah,
So
and then you have Wardlow beat up 20 guys, and
Yep.
it looks I'm sorry lah, but it's just jobbers running into him. Nothing
correct.
nothing about it looks legitimate. And then they themselves are confused. You had the ring announcer saying, plaintiffs 3, 4, and 5 have been eliminated right off the bat after he threw them over the top rope. So wait, is this a top rope battle royal? No. So somebody then corrected her. They got back in the ring, and then they finally did the pins. Right?
Oh my God.
Zayden says Wardlow versus the law. And okay, then you had this weird thing where, at least when Roman Reigns pinned Daniel Bryan and Edge, both of them had their shoulders on the mat. Makes sense. Right? This one, they're like, fuck common sense. They just stack them on top of each other, some chest down, some shoulder, some sideways, all considered pin. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
How does this make any sense?
It was hard to watch. It was hard to
Cena
watch.
versus the whole Raw roster, didn't he pin them? Like
He
normal? So, like, literally, AEW has no idea. I don't know who wrote this. Maybe it's Tony Khan, maybe it's Smart Mark, but the second MJF got removed from the equation, it went straight into the toilet.
They should have just made it TNT title, like make the feud between Scorpio Sky.
So
Right.
that's apparently where they're going, right? So finally, and here's the thing, he gets blown up after a while. Because so not only are you making him look bad by having him, after all these shenanigans, blown up, I don't know if you noticed this, but halfway through the match, the crowd just died. The crowd was tired. It was like, oh, okay, he's just gonna,
But it was early on in the show. It was like the second, third segment only.
like literally the energy when he came out, people were still there for them, despite like 1 week or 2 weeks of shit booking. People are still popping for him, and then as you can tell, as the match went on, the energy just dropped and dropped and dropped to a point where he's pinned like 6 people at once. People are like, oh, okay, yeah.
It's
then-
tough because
Okay,
MJF is the thing that carried Wardlow, unfortunately.
So
right?
it's very clear that MJF was in charge of that whole thing and making it work. Irvin says that's why Goldberg matches are short. And yes, Wardlow is Goldberg 2.0. He should be having squash matches. Go in there, display of power, don't fucking give him the mic, and leave, right? And then, okay, he wins, beats the 20 plaintiffs, eye roll, eye roll, eye roll. And then you have Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page in the, on the second row, whatever lah. And in the skybox, cutting a promo on him. And he was about to powerbomb Smart Mark or whatever, right? And then he just lets Smart Mark go. Because, the threat is real. Scorpio Sky is going to attack him right away, even though he's in the fucking skybox. Just punch the fella lah. Why you must let him go, And then, okay. So, obviously, they're setting up this Dan Lambert feud, right? Dan Lambert is there. He's like, oh, you suck, blah, blah, blah. Cuts his Dan Lambert promo, which I'm very bored of already. And then he references the 2 former UFC fighters at ringside.
Oh,
Did you see this?
I almost forgot about this.
Matt Hughes and Tyron Woodley. And I have a very soft spot in my heart for Matt Hughes because he fucking, when I started watching UFC, he was the man. He was the main guy, right?
Yep.
He was in that championship title contention and everything. Oh yeah, and they're gonna come in and beat the hell out of you guys. And then, Tyron Woodley, he's a badass. He looks good, right? And then Matt Hughes can barely walk. He can barely move his hand. I don't even know this, but he was in a train accident. He was hit by a train. He was in a car.
When was this?
Quite a few years ago, actually. He was in a car.
After he retired lah.
Yeah, after he retired. He was in a car. It stalled on the train tracks.
Shit.
Hit by a train. And you have him freaking going. He can't even go through the ropes. I got fucking offended by that. He should have said no. I'm sorry, but he should have said, why are you making him do this? Making him look like that, Yeah. He's like, these 2 guys are going to beat you. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And as I was watching this, I'm like, Matt is obviously not recovered from a train crash. Right?
Who's the other guy?
Tyron Woodley, who is legit
Yeah.
badass. Like I've seen him. He was in Singapore training at
Didn't
Evolve.
he join one championship for a bit, or was it another guy?
No.
Oh, that's
It's
Mighty
another guy.
Mouse. Okay.
Yeah, he gonna KO by Jake Paul, but that's a different story altogether.
Oh, Tyron was the one. that
Tyron
kena,
really,
right?
yeah, he's an MMA guy. To be fair, he's not boxer, but he was in Singapore. Like, dude looks jacked to the gills, and when he kicks, it sounds like a gunshot. Like, I saw him in the gym. The Muay Thai guys, they were holding pads for him, and he kicked the pad. Wow, it sounded like gunshots. I was like, holy shit, this guy is a real horse. Look, I mean, if he wanted to be a pro wrestler, he definitely has the look for it, right? And he looks badass, cool. You know, he's shades. He's a rapper on the side as well. Very bling. That leads me to my next thing. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going off. I'm super going off on this, but
Please,
this
I'm
segment,
listening.
this segment offended me on so many levels. First of all, making Matt Hughes look foolish out there. Obviously, when he can't even get into the ring. And then Wardlow takes the mic. Here we go. Oh, if I know you two guys, you are some hardworking, I don't know what, Minnesota.
I saw that. Yeah.
He's like trying to appeal to their hardworking, relatable side. I'm like, the motherfucker is a rap star and a UFC fighter. He's wearing expensive shades. How is he a blue collar worker? And then is Wardlow a blue collar worker? Is he of the people? Like, if Mick Foley pulled that off, maybe. You know, he is of the people, right?
Yeah.
Stone Cold of the people. Wardlow? What? What? I'm just like all of you. I'm just like you. You don't want to fight me because I know you two are good, hardworking boy. I'm like, oh my god.
Okay, you know this whole segment reminds me of what, right?
What?
Do you watch WrestleMania 26, Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon?
Yeah, vaguely.
2010. So, like, if you remember, what happened was when Vince came to the ring, he suddenly said, "Oh, I paid off the entire Bret Hart family to turn on Bret Hart." So, like, all his brother, everyone, the extended family to stay and ringside, right? And be the heel against Bret Hart, which was so dumb in the first place. And you could see what's gonna come next. And then what happened was they revealed that they actually was playing along, and now they all have turned heel on Vince McMahon. So it's like, why are you wasting time and trying to make it like is he a heel? Is he a face? Oh shit, now he turned. You know, like,
see,
they are MMA fighters. They are not gonna do all this thing properly, bro.
yeah. So okay, and somewhat they are supposed to be quote unquote related to Dan Lambert, right? So why would they screw Dan Lambert? At least with the Hart family, you know that, okay, they were approached to turn on Bret, but family ties. Family is thicker than blood and money, whatever, and then they beat up Vince. And Vince is a top heel.
Yeah.
Who the fuck gives a shit about Mark Sterling? Nobody cares. He's barely a blip in terms of the heels in that company. You know, so it was, this is easily the worst segment on air. It offended me on so many levels. I was like,
the worst part, Wardlow, their supposed newest, biggest, most pushed star, is involved in this. I don't know, bro.
It was, and then you top it all off. It was just sad to see Matt Hughes, who, you know, the last I saw, he was in the UFC beating people up.
Yeah.
So
can Wardlow recover? That's the question.
Obviously he's moving into a program with Scorpio Sky.
Yeah.
So it's gonna lead to him winning. It has to, right?
Yeah. Wardlow winning the TNT title, I've got no problem with that. Like, you know, in the meantime, before he challenged for the world title, build him up. So that is basically what Goldberg did, right? He won the US Championship first. Let's keep to that. Let Scorpio Sky handle the talking.
Just don't let him get on the mic. Have him say one or two lines. I'm gonna get you, blah, blah, whatever, and then just go Goldberg lah. This is all on the heel, which, you know, unfortunately we've talked about Scorpio Sky being kind of bland, so it's on Dan Lambert. But then Dan Lambert, I don't know if he's reached go away heat level yet.
At the end of the day, Wardlow still needs work. Like, he is not there yet in terms of being able to carry himself, but which is fine. That's the whole point of working your way up, right? But the thing is, like, he needs a great follow-up feud, like, as soon as possible, because he's with day by day, right? If this is the segment that he's involved in,
Yep.
he's gonna lose any momentum that he built up with MJF, and that's scary, man.
Yes, very scary. Tony Storm, Britt Baker had a thing. So Tony Storm, okay, we'll get to that in the build-up. The face-to-face, let's just talk about that before, we need to get to our main event of the evening in just a bit. But let's talk about the face-to-face, which essentially was Jon Moxley browbeating the hell out of Tanahashi. Like, I was like, are they gonna give Tanahashi a mic? Even if he had a mic, what will he say?
Yeah.
So, you know what it felt like? It felt like just this teacher scolding a student for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And Moxley was just repeating things over and over, blah, blah. And then Tanahashi just stand there, look. And then I swear, at one point, he reached out to take the mic from John. And then John was like, no, talk another minute and a half. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, like, if I had never watched New Japan before, I'd be like, who is this? This fella worse than Taka Michinoku. This fella worse than Dick To Go or Sho Funaki or any of the other Japanese wrestlers that have been in the WWF before. This was a piss poor portrayal of a top star.
Yes, exactly. And my problem with this entire situation is that they can't speak English, right? You need to come out with have either a translator, build up a video package. Don't let him go to the ring and do a talking segment, right?
Bro, it's not even a talking segment. He go out there kena scolded. It's like, when you get summoned to the principal's office, you go to the principal's office, you don't say anything, what? The principal scold you for 4 minutes, you just sit there, That's exactly what happened. It was like, wow, Tana, you look so shit. Oh my god. And then, was it Judas played, right?
Yes, because this Jericho need to extra a bit. He need to insert himself and make it about him.
Okay lah. To be fair, they have history. So at least it sort of lends itself towards the feud, and obviously they're working towards Jon Moxley and Tanahashi tag team versus Chris Jericho next week on Dynamite. I see where this is going. This is very standard booking, because technically Mox and Tana are both face as well. You're getting two faces to fight each other, so maybe you can build a bit of conflict, get some conflicts next week.
Sure. But at the end of the day, then do what they do best, keep them in the ring, right? One thing I wish AEW had was the video packages to play, to introduce Tanahashi, what the hell he has done. They did that well with Nakamura in WWE, right? Nakamura had a great video package. He just turned up at NXT TakeOver and fought Sami Zayn, and we know he's a star.
Yep.
Nothing else. Keep him backstage. So they can't do that now. It's too late. But yeah, hopefully Tanahashi shows what he can do on Dynamite. At least we know, like, okay, this guy is a star there in Japan.
No, and then Chris Jericho comes out to disturb and then set up his match, which is a group match with Sammy and Minoru Suzuki, is it?
Yes, correct.
Versus don't know who, like he rattled off a bunch of names, and then you got Excalibur acting like it's big deal. I'm sure everyone else watching, who the fuck, what, huh? And then like, wow. And then was Lance Archer involved? I don't know.
Oh man.
And a lot of them are a bunch of angmos who we've seen in AEW before. So I'm like, this is just it's just a mess.
Bro, it was the first time in AEW that I felt Chris Jericho was rattling off a script. He was trying to say all the names, right? Trying to promote it. Felt like Excalibur, like I was like, what's going on?
Once again, we go back to like they live in their own little bubble. Because if you work in that in the industry, especially like Chris Jericho who travels back and forth, he knows all these people, what? So he can talk about it as if he knows. It's almost as if he's forgotten that all of us viewers don't know who they are.
Who they are, yeah. I thought your screen frozen a bit.
No. No, like watching this, this is just a mess.
Yeah, it is. At the end of the day, right, bro, like it's the concept is there. I think in the future, AEW New Japan can be like huge co-branded shows. It can be like Survivor Series back in the day where Raw and SmackDown were actually a thing. Potential is there, but at the end, but for now, they have a lot to improve on.
Only if they are all committed. You can tell. We both can tell. They're not fully committed. You have injury issues. At least on New Japan side, it doesn't seem like they're fully committed. And AEW side, they're not committed to portraying their stars, or they don't know how to portray the New Japan stars as credible threats. They're just expected to know. And really, this is really so obvious the way when JR tries to talk about Tanahashi, he talks about not just, he's won the IWGP, verbal diarrhea that Excalibur does, right?
Oh my God,
He tries to talk about it like, his athleticism, when he called his matches with Josh Barnett, blah, blah, blah. At least you can tell JR is of the old school mindset that there are people watching this who don't know who the hell this guy is. And the best part, I don't know if you caught this as well. Oh my God. They were introducing all this, and then Excalibur, IWGP, US title, IWGP, Intercontinental, and Tony Schiavone, he was like, these guys from the IWGP, he's blah, 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 blah. Then, immediately Excalibur must have been triggered because, these guys are not from the IWGP. So he fucking explains, actually the IWGP is the commission that blah, blah, blah. So the titles are actually IWGP, but they're under New Japan. I'm like, oh my good God, fuck, shut up.
Did like JR reply? She said something like, thanks for explaining to me or something like that.
Yes. But I think he's all of us. It's like,
it's okay. You all can Google this information. You don't need to rattle it off.
I cannot. I'm so done. Quick note on Rampage. Because I don't want to talk about Young Bucks, Lucha. There will be another half an hour conversation. Look, it's their same old match. Nothing really stood out. It was a ladder match. It was supposed to have been the Hardys. There's another freaking topic. Jeff Hardy.
Yep. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about the only good thing that came out from that match, right? Christian turning heel a bit 1 year too late.
Yes.
But we all saw this coming. Jungle Boy and Christian gonna go into a rivalry. I'm fine with that. Honestly, it should have been the main event of a Rampage.
Bro. Yeah. Christian Cage brings back Tyson Tomko.
Problem solver.
Yes, Christian and Tomko versus Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. You got a lightweight, you got a cruiser, and you got a horse. Idea.
Talk about a throwback, bro. Book it.
The Young Bucks winning the titles. I don't have a problem with that. Honestly, they are. They just need to freaking go and lose it to FTR.
Okay. You know what? If the alternative was the Hardys winning the title, honestly, I think Young Bucks is a better option.
Yeah, at this point, okay, look, all that has been said about Jeff has been said. Triple Crown mugshot champion. You're damn sad lah.
I saw he got a mugshot in every promotion he worked in.
Look, I mean that whole now when we look back at them and WWE asking Jeff Hardy to go into rehab and then he refused, I'm like, maybe there was a reason why. It gets to a point where it's like it's not like he's hurting himself and only himself. He's driving while under the influence. The potential of hurting other people is oh my God. Like you can't, like what do you do? Okay, as Tony Khan now, what do you do? Like
that's the thing. Yeah.
You and he, this is the icing on the cake. He was wearing a Jacksonville Jaguar shirt.
Right. Yeah, man.
This is the guy who had all the warning signs, right? From all the different promotions. You still go and bring him in, you pair him up with his brother.
Yeah.
Obviously, we wish him all the best. And when John Moxley had this issue, at least it was a self sort of, okay, I'm putting myself in rehab. There was no DUI. He wasn't endangering other people. This Jeff is a totally different story, Rishi says you can't help those who don't want to help themselves. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, it's been happening for years, He remember that time last year he was on the podcast with Stone Cold and he talked about him trying to turn over a new leaf. But again, healing and recovery is not linear, man. No. I also understand that, there will always be lapses and relapses, but there comes a point in time where if they can't control themselves, they are a liability as a company. And maybe that is why Jeff Hardy never became a long-term WWE champion, right?
Yep.
That is why somebody like WWE forced him to go for a drug test or alcohol test or force him to go into rehab. He had to know that it's his reputation. It's not
Yep.
like he could have gotten offended and left WWE because of that, but like it's a reputation, right? So it's tough lah. They are honestly, in my opinion, bro. I think Hardy Boys need to retire already.
Yeah. Or I was about to say be a manager, but then we saw how Matt did with that.
A bit tough lah. A bit tough. Hey, bro, I wanted to do an update, guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to whoever you are because I think he kept it anonymous. Somebody already started donating from the wrestling community from the live chat.
Okay.
So if you click on the link, you can actually see the number of the people who've donated. And the guy said it's anonymous, so I don't know who you are, but for base camp from the wrestling community. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for donating.
Oh,
so
I love that,
guys. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Speaking of which, all right, we'll take a look at this Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door card in just a second, but I'm glad you brought that up because we want to give a shout out to the wonderful people over at Basecamp right now. You like that seamless transition?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much.
Exclamation mark Basecamp. If you're wondering about who Basecamp are, by the way, hang on, let me just let me get that out.
Pull
in chat.
out,
Boom.
pull out a YouTube.
Check out their link right there. Essentially, right, guys. So let me show you Basecamp's website. Basecamp, they are a company who essentially what they do is they are a recruitment company, right? They are specialists in IT. So if you are working in the IT industry, stuff like that, as you can see right there, we go to their website right now. That's the website on the screen, right? So if, for example, DevOps, I don't know what DevOps, is it Dev Royalty? Operations?
Is this Deep Royalty doing his work? Yeah.
No. Okay, DevOps engineer, APJ. I don't know what's APJ, but I know AJ Styles, executive assistant, network engineer, or whatever all these things are. Obviously, I'm too boomer to understand all these things. But if you are in the IT field, and this all makes sense to you, and if you're looking for a gig, a job, or you're thinking about transitioning to something else, go check out their website.
Yeah, for sure. And Lloyd, one of the guys, is right now here on the chat. I think he spoke to us slightly earlier. He is a huge wrestling fan. And he actually came to Grapple Max's fight night, right? Over like a few months back. And he actually was the one that approached me because his company, this IT company, is doing a corporate social responsibility. It's part of their CSR to do some volunteering.
Absolutely. Very cool stuff. So let me show you a little bit of a video that they have, right? So what they're doing, okay, actually, let me show you the page first. So they are raising funds for Volunteering Week in Cambodia with VBC. And we won't jump into all the details about what VBC is, but essentially what they do over there is they, build homes for the folk over in Cambodia because they're doing something very, very good. Very cool, very unique over in Siem Reap in the rural areas, right? I mean, essentially just imagine living life where, you've probably seen photos before. Their houses, they're all built on like high stilts because of the weather conditions. Sometimes flooding gets so bad, they have to build the houses high.
Yeah, and also another thing is like they have a lot of rural communities there, and like you said, they need a lot of help and support from the international community to raise funds to build new houses. So when Lloyd approached me saying that they're looking to spread the word about it, and their goal essentially is to raise $5,000. And Lloyd himself is gonna go to Cambodia next week.
That's right.
To actually be the one building the houses. Yeah.
So not only are they raising funds, what is really cool is their entire team, the recruitment team, marketing, they are flying down to Siem Reap to volunteer alongside their major organizer, the Volunteer Building Cambodia, as part of their CSR lah.
Yes, for sure. So he reached out to me and he said like, hey guys, can you like spread the word on the podcast? He would love to send like a video of him doing the building of the houses next week. So next week he will be there as well. And we will also still be raising funds all the way until the end of June. Their goal, like he said, is to raise about 5,000. So we will do whatever we can for the next 2 weeks, this week and next week, to help raise money. So if everyone in the chat can actually consider going to the link and pledge any amount. We would appreciate it. But for me and Young, we want to give a bit of a enticing giveaway. We want to entice you. So we want to share, Mr. Young, what we plan to do for those who donate over a certain amount, Mr. Young?
Well, okay, first of all, let's take a look at what you are going to be donating towards, all right? And once again, like I said, at the end of the day, even if you donate just $1, right? And if you think about it, right, you know, $1, $5, $10, just maybe one less can of Coke per day. If you do that for the entire week, not only are you saving yourself at least $10, right? It's also healthier for you.
Bro, you know what? I will even encourage our fans. You can cancel your WWE Network subscription for this month, right? I think you put that money and donate to help build houses in Canberra. I think it's much better for your heart and your mental health, bro.
Absolutely. We'll be here to recap the WWE for you. There's not much to recap anyway. But yeah, put it towards a good cause. Here, let's take a look at the video of what they, you know, basically what they do, okay?
Yeah, Lloyd just there, yeah.
There you go. Nice little shot of Cambodia right now. Population more than 60 million. One fourth was it living in poverty?
Yeah.
Just above the poverty line. $1.25 a day. Think about that. That's how they're living. Okay. So
so
talking about
80%.
Yeah, rural housing, wooden built. There you go. You see the stilts.
Yes.
So water from the monsoons that, you know, come into the country. So that's why they have to build it tall so it doesn't affect their houses. So base camp recruitment, they are heading down to Cambodia to work closely with VBC to build houses, build toilets, water supplies for these underprivileged Cambodian households. So just really awesome stuff. Look at the smiles.
Hey, what's up? Bro, I think the wrestling fans over there, bro. For sure, for sure.
Hell yeah. There you go. So yeah,
all right.
Give with an open heart, and we'll throw the link up. Let me throw the link up once again, okay, in the chat.
It's in our YouTube description as well.
Yeah.
Much respect. Thank you so much. Cody Rhodes Peck has donated. That's your name.
Cody Rhodes Peck.
You don't have to say your real name, but I tell you, having putting wrestling nicknames and donating, I know that is you guys, and we would love that. Shout out to whoever that is.
Yeah, just let us know that you are from the podcast lah. We would love to know that it's you. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I think we should start talking about the giveaways because some of them have actually donated above the certain amount for the giveaways that we want to give.
Okay. What were we talking about in terms of the giveaway, bro?
For those, okay, so here we'll keep it simple. For those who donated over $20,
yes,
and whoever you are anonymous, can you DM us on Instagram and tell us who you are so I can give this to you? We will be doing a special cameo from both me and Mr. Young to give a shout out to anything you want us to do, whether you shout out like a birthday shout out for anything for your company. You want Mr. Young to do a special dance or whatever intro also.
Dance? Bro, I don't know what kind of dance you want me to do, but okay, basically, if you donate above $20, we'll film a video for you together, okay? You can have us wish your best friend happy birthday. You can ask us to record, as long as it's not vulgar or illegal or disgusting, we'll do it.
As long as it doesn't involve me and Mr. Young doing anything that is only available on OnlyFans, please don't.
Yeah, exactly. Within reason, okay? Within reason. Like, if you want us to go and scold your boss, vulgar words also cannot, lah. I'm sorry.
If you want to film me and Mr. Young recreate a wrestling move, I think we can consider doing that.
Oh, you know what's going to happen? People are going to ask us to do the spear. Oh my god, the worst spear in the history of pro wrestling.
Yeah, and we'll and for doing that, we'll put it on our social media. So that is for you guys. So this is the closest we can do to Twitch, because Twitch, isn't that what you do, Mr. Young? They tell you to do something that you have to do it.
Yes and no, but because this one is for charity, I'm more willing to do stuff. Make Mr. Young cosplay Excalibur. You send me an Excalibur mask and I'll do it.
You donate 20 and you send a Excalibur mask.
Yeah, and we'll do it. So once again, the link is right there. The donation link. If you need the link a little bit later on, you can hit ! fundraiser if you're live in chat. Or if you're listening to the podcast right now and you want to donate as well, you can go into the description. The link is right there.
So $20 and above will be a special cameo. Anything film us to do, anything you request. But above $50, because Mr. Young, we want to have a more personalized thank you gift to help
Okay.
for helping to donate, and also Mr. Young, because we want to clear the stock. Because we promote it at the start of the podcast, nobody seems to want to buy from the Patreon. We will donate to you an exclusive kick to the gut coffee
Hey!
mug.
Yay! Let's go! Jason
And you-
says, make Mister Young praise AEW and they're booking for 10 minutes. If you donate above $200, I'll do that. I will, if you donate above $200, I will do the podcast, one episode, half an hour, nothing but praise for AEW. Above $200. Let's
Okay,
go.
there you go. There you go. Mr. Young has pledged anything above $200. Mr. Young will do a 20-minute just praising Young Bucks.
Wait, I didn't say Young Bucks, I said AEW.
Okay, fine. You want to go into the fine print, up to you, Mr. Okay, but wait. But for above $50, you will get a free. It's not a free mug, lah. I mean, you paid $50, but you will get a mug. You just send us your name and details. I will personally come to your house. Jason, if you live in Brunei, I will ship the mug. I cannot fly to Brunei and send it to you personally, but I would love to, maybe one day.
TNC, if you're in Singapore, we will deliver the mug to you, and of course we'll film that cameo for you that you can be sure of. So okay, once again, if you pledge $20, and once again, if you do pledge your money, first of all, thank you so much, we appreciate it, and second of all, let us know, and in your, when you click the donate button, right, you can leave a note, let us know somehow that you are from the podcast and not somebody else. So put KTTG or put a wrestling reference in there that we'll get, so that we know.
Yeah. So if, like I said, if you do donate over $20, we will record. You just do the donation, put a note, and then DM us on our Instagram, or if you're on our Discord community, then let us know. Then we'll film and we'll send it to you. If you do above $50, we'll do both the cameo filming and deliver to you our kick to the gut mug. There you go.
And if it's $200 and above, I will do an entire episode of Kick to the Gut praising AEW.
Oh my God.
Entire episode, only good things about AEW.
Okay, let's slap something on top. So anything above $200, not only we will do a special, like whatever Mr. Young said, but whoever wants to request a special episode, like you said, a pay-per-view watch-along or old school review, we will set aside and donate it specifically for you guys. So our goal, we want to raise at least $1,000. So that is our goal for the next 2 weeks. So please,
hold on.
if you guys can, yes.
Did you just sweeten the pot? So for the $200 donation, not only are we going to do the cameo, not only are we going to give you the mug, I will have to praise AEW for the show, and you get to be the booker of the show.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, you'll get our highest tier Patreon exclusive, bro. You can decide what topic we want to do next, and we specifically donate it for you.
Some sick individual is going to make it like a AEW Young Bucks special show. Just watch nothing but Young Bucks matches. I swear, you sickos. You
Jason
sickos.
already say, bro. Jason already put on the chat, bro. $200 is tempting.
Sickos, 200 Singapore dollars, to be fair. To be clear, okay?
Hey, Brunei and Singapore same currency. Respect.
Oh,
that,
is it?
Jason.
Okay, there you go.
But yes, please, if you do it, it's for a good cause. So I'm only going to do this because it's for a good cause.
Doc says, can we crowdfund the $200? Yes, hey, however, you do it. We don't care as long as we help this awesome cause. Once again, hang on, let me... Bam, there you go. Okay, so Basecamp, once again, they are doing wonderful things over in Cambodia very, very soon. In fact, like you said, next week they are heading to Cambodia, right?
Yeah. Irvin says, make Young read up on New Japan history.
Wow.
That will be part of that $200 for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, don't throw everything in. You giving my time away too cheaply. You want me to read up on the entire New Japan? Hell, if you donate $500, I will come on stream and give you a dissertation on the New Japan pro wrestling history. Okay? You give me all the links. I will go on Wikipedia and I will read it out loud on
Mr. Young,
stream.
Mr. Young, I will donate that.
Go through the history at Wrestle Kingdom 1. The main...
Oh no. Okay, but you know what? we will be promoting this fundraising for this week and next week. So Forbidden Door review we will also be promoting, and this thing will run all the way until end of June. So you want to set aside $200 a bit until the end of the month. Wait for your payday. Can no problem. We'll wait until 30th of June.
So I want to give a shout out to Anonymous right here for Basecamp from the wrestling community. Thank you for the donation. Anonymous as well. Thank you for the donation right here. Cody Rhodes Pet, obviously from the wrestling community. Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. So yeah,
Thank you.
New Japan history. I'm very tempted. I'm gonna go home and check how much savings I have in my bank.
Stop it lah.
Yeah, but the reasonable one is above $50, and we'll give you the mug. Okay, the mug and a cameo.
But more importantly, okay, all joking aside, what they're doing is awesome. And actually, if you feel like you don't have the time to do things like this, like I know a lot of people who actually go to, countries like Cambodia to help build houses and stuff like that. If you don't have the time, but you still want to contribute in a way, hey, you can donate the money. And that's what we're doing. And that's why we're doing it. All thanks to our good friends over at Basecamp. Once again, Basecamp IT, they are IT recruitment firm. If you are looking for a job in the IT industry, go to their website. Bam, is right there at the bottom of the screen to perhaps get your next interview going.
Yeah, for sure. And at the end of the day, we're doing it for a good cause, and we are doing it as the wrestling community. So the wrestling community can be a bit tiring, the toxic, everything negative. Let's do something positive.
Yes.
Better than be a star, hopefully.
Okay, Irvin says Stardom history. Stardom history. Come, I make a deal with you. Stardom history. How long has Stardom been around? No, for real. How long has Stardom been around? You tell me.
My God. Okay, you know what?
Okay, how about this? For every $100 donated, I will watch an episode of Stardom on the Discord with everybody.
Nice.
Okay?
Nice. Okay, it's okay. So, Mister, I think we need to type out all this here and we type it out, then after that we put it on our Instagram or what. But so wait, what's the recap right now? So for $20 we'll film a short clip for the fans.
Yeah.
For $50 we'll give you our exclusive kick to the gut mug
Plus the cameo.
So for $100,
what was it already? $100, I'll watch an episode of Stardom with you on Discord.
okay, can Discord, right? So and then for $200 we will do any episode or any topic discussion, plus Mister Young will do a read up on the New Japan history, correct?
No. $200 is will you be the booker for this episode, plus I will say nothing but good things, and must be legit good things, no sarcasm, about AEW.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so and then you said the New Japan history. I think that will be the ultimate one, lah.
$500, I will do a New Japan history dissertation stream.
Yes.
500.
You know what? Mister Young? No need to dissertation stream, bro. Exclusively produce short video like the way we used to do it at the start of the season.
That one takes more time, bro. That one takes more time than just sitting down and reading. Look, at the end of the day, look, all these remember, if you're just dropping in and wondering, hey, why are these two asking for money? We are not asking for money for ourselves. We want to help fundraise for our good friends over at Basecamp. They're volunteering week in Cambodia, in Siem Reap, as they try to help build houses, I mean, all the things that we take for granted, like houses, like toilets, like, things like that, right? Obviously, to them, it is something that that they need help with once in a while.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Stardom 2010 only, bro. So not so bad lah. The history started.
12 years worth of Stardom.
Yeah. And okay, we just have to make it clear, whatever the amount you donate goes directly to the link, directly to the donation drive. We are not like Amber Heard. We're not just pledging the support. The money is literally going there.
Okay, so once again, very important now, when you do donate, remember in the notes, in the comments, leave a comment that says that you're from the wrestling community, the kick to the gut, or just put some wrestling link and then let us know. Send us a screenshot or whatever.
Hello, Wonder Boy. I think he's Wonder Boy is Eagle, right? From My PW, right?
Yes, that's right. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast, the live stream. I hope you're doing well.
A very international podcast today. We got people from Brunei, Singapore, Malaysia. Well, you're just waiting for people from America, lah, huh? So we can hear all the crap we are talking about AEW.
Okay, shall we move on to Forbidden Door and look at the card?
Yes, let's review Forbidden Door. And remember, bro, we still have our main event. Still haven't talked about our main event yet.
Honestly, this is not going to be a very long review preview, because at the end of the day, we already talked a lot about AEW, right? So,
Yeah.
okay, here we go. FTR versus United Empire versus Roppongi Vice for the ROH World Tag Team Championship and IWGP Tag Team Championship. Remember last week we talked about too many titles? Ta-da!
Okay, wait. So it's 3 teams contesting for 2 titles.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
One team not bringing any titles to the dance. Very lame.
Okay, so ROH and IWGP at the same time.
Yes. Honestly,
Okay.
though, at this point, do the ROH championships mean a damn thing because they have no show?
Yeah, a bit weird. But to be fair, the champion that's carrying it do mean a damn thing. So FTR, I think, needs to have a signature victory. Beating United Empire seems like a good thing. And Roppongi Vice is just a non-issue right now, man. No one cares.
Do you remember when Rocky Romero made his huge debut and then they, reunited Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero and they put out vignettes about it and then talked about their great history in New Japan, even though we know Trent Beretta from Best Friends in AEW, when Rocky Romero came, do you remember the time they invested in the storyline to bring this character over? Oh, you don't? Because they never did any of that shit. He just showed up one day. He's like, oh, by the way, these two from Roppongi Vice. And then they are now...
Shit.
Do
I
you
remember it. I remember it though, but it's not memorable now.
No, it's not memorable ever. He literally just showed up and then Excalibur was like, oh, they're a tag team. They're Roppongi Vice. They're back together. Ooh, like anybody in this, watching the show even knows any of that, right? Once again, assuming that we know everything about New Japan.
That's the thing. Where are all the video packages? Where is the stories introducing? And don't tell me it's on YouTube. It has to be on Dynamite. You gotta force the audiences to watch.
And then you got United Empire. Jeff Cobb looks incredible, great physique. Yep. I've seen Great O'Khan twice. Once at Wrestle Kingdom. Yep. I thought he had a very unique look. The other time was, I can't remember, he claw bombed somebody through a table, but it looked so... Was it Trent? Yeah. But it looked so bad because
he botched it.
Yeah, he didn't have a grip of the head. So it was like he's bad. You know what it was? It was a Sith Force choke. Because it looks like wasn't even holding onto his head. The Trent just jumped by himself.
Oh my god, yeah.
So I'm sorry, but the only one time I saw Great O'Khan, I did not have a good impression of him.
Yeah, but Jeff Cobb, he's still the guy. Like, I love whatever he did in ROH, New Japan. He had like a cup of coffee in AEW like last year, but after that he never appeared again, which is weird. But FTR, bro.
Yeah.
FTR is on the momentum. Come
on.
So
this would be a great match if it was FTR versus Roppongi Vice.
Yes, correct.
Or versus United Empire. Making it a 3-way just makes it a mess.
You know what's going to happen, right? Tonika is like, I want to shoehorn everyone on this show if I could.
The problem is they're not even like... Is United Empire the top tag team in New Japan?
Kind of.
Where are the Gorillas of Destiny?
GOD hasn't been relevant for a while.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know. Mister Young, not up to date with this New Japan.
No, but they have been part of the Bullet Club Civil War thing, remember?
Oh, like, no, not really.
Or like got not happy with them. But so they are like somehow in the whole Bullet Club situation, but they're not the champions right now.
Okay. So who are the IWGP champs? Oh no, they are. United Empire are the IWGP champs.
Yeah, that's why they have both titles on the line.
Oh, okay. I mean, and Roppongi Vice, they're just there to... just there to be there?
What was that?
I don't know. I really don't care about this match. I have zero interest or stakes in this, other than maybe to see FTR.
Yeah. My only stake is to see FTR winning an IWGP champion. I don't think they've ever wrestled in New Japan, so that would be a pretty dope accomplishment for them to build their legacy as a tag team champions.
Sure. Let's move on. Thunder Rosa, the AEW Women's Champ versus Toni Storm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't they just leave? I'm sorry, but why don't they just leave this match on Dynamite? Where is the forbidden door? There's no door. This is their own match.
Okay, let me do a counter argument. Toni Storm's became popular through Stardom. Like, she became a big Japanese star. I mean, she's one of their gaijin stars, right? So, but that's like the closest I could think of when it comes to Japan, bro.
You are grasping at straws right now. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to Excalibur my way through this. Bro.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what you've done. You've Excalibured your way. To the average viewer, we know her from NXT, and that's about it. Maybe a little bit of SmackDown. And that's about it, right?
Yeah.
So, how is this a Forbidden Door match? And plus, Thunder Rosa is kind of cold right now, and they're both faces. Let's not forget that. Mm-hmm. This match is just for Thunder Rosa to get another notch on her belt. That's it.
Yeah, unfortunately. But the thing is, Toni Storm did come in with some momentum.
Oh, you mean the same way that Ruby Soho came in with momentum?
I would argue that Ruby Soho had more momentum.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. But my point was, I think it's too soon for Toni Storm to be going for after the title. Yeah, they need to build her up.
But she beat, quote unquote, DMD. So maybe that's why she has. Whatever lah. Like, it would make more sense if really, like, she was in the mix there with Athena and Jade Cargill, you know, like a thriving sort of a vibrant women's division, as opposed to this division of apparently her, DMD, and Thunder Rosa.
Yeah. And also, do you hear the news about Thunder Rosa apparently sandbagging her match with Marina Shafir? Do you hear that?
See, I know. I saw the match. It just looked like a shit match where they just, styles clash. They didn't work with each other, weren't familiar with each other. I don't see it as Thunder Rosa sandbagging. I really don't. Like, I think it was just Marina Shafir is not good.
Okay. I do not know what's the situation, but Thunder Rosa did put out a Twitter statement, like a photo of them together and saying that, we both are mothers, it's important to stay together, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, maybe the issue was not because of that. The issue was they put it on Twitter and accusing her of sandbagging, right? And both Marina Shafir and Britt Baker liked that comment. So that's when people were like, oh, okay, what's going on?
Are they trying to work social media, And let's not forget who's the husband of Marina Shafir?
Roddy Strong.
Who is good friends with?
Adam Cole.
Who is the boyfriend of?
Britt Baker.
Yeah, there you go. So there's that whole weird kind of, I don't care. It's so unimportant, in the scheme of things, because there's more juicy gossip to talk about. So let's move on. Suffice it to say, this match doesn't have my attention either. I actually honestly,
is the whole women's division, in general.
Yeah, honestly, I would rather see Jade Cargill versus Athena at this point. And I don't know what it is, but I'm digging this new Statlander look. Ever since she unaliened herself, I was like, okay, she looks kind of badass.
Yeah, she does. She looks like a. I want to say China, but she looks, because she got the build, right?
She looks more jacked.
She looks like a Raquel Gonzalez. Maybe that's a better one, like a Raquel version.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Come on, bro.
You mean Raquel Rodriguez? Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'm actually digging this Chris Statlander. It was the alien shit. It just got in the way.
Yeah, but now you literally see her size.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't think she put on a lot of weight or muscle. It's just that the alien gimmick was so distracting. I never realized, hey, she actually quite big size, no?
Yeah, so weird. But didn't people were actually cheering for her to beat Ruby Soho in the Owen Hart title as well?
Yeah, a little bit. So it's just all bad booking. At the end of the day, it's all bad booking. Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy for the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. There is no way they're gonna let Will Ospreay lose this one. I mean, come on. Not honestly, to the joke character.
I think they wasted Will Ospreay in what could be a big spot. They could have given this to anyone in AEW.
Okay, let's play devil's advocate. Who?
and that could actually have a great match with him.
Mhm.
That could actually that is actually a star like a over star.
Yeah. Wardlow?
No, Wardlow keep me in the TNT
yeah.
title picture, but I was thinking someone like Darby Allin,
Mm.
because he's not doing anything and he's actually like one of their stars. I would put Ricky Starks, but there will be heel versus heel. But I think I would love that. I would love.
Yeah.
I mean, like they have the same size. I think he's a great worker. I would freaking put Ethan Page, who I feel is super underrated. You know, and or maybe somebody with another British guy. Freaking hell, put him against Park.
We all know Park might just no show. Okay, forget about Park. Alamak. Park cannot. Actually, I glanced something about how AAA are not letting their guys work for AEW or like Moonlight anymore. So is that why we've seen less of Park and Penta and the other fella, Phoenix?
But Park is exclusive to AEW. He doesn't have
Is he?
anything to do with AAA. But I think the Mexican wrestlers
Oh.
will probably have to drop their AAA commitments if they're
Okay.
gonna continue with AEW.
Right.
But like you said, like there's so many better. Like even Zidane said it could have been Bryan Danielson.
I mean, but then that one bopian lah. You know, you do got injured, so.
I personally would love to see him against Bryan Danielson against Zack Sabre Jr. though.
But is Zack Sabre Jr. even at this Forbidden or no, right?
He hasn't promoted anything, yeah, but the thing is he's there. So
Okay.
what a shame.
Right. Will Ospreay wins. They have I don't know what kind of match this will be. You know, he's had such a good Max. He had such a good match with Dax. That's what I wanted to say. And then now he's gonna go in there with Orange Cassidy, who's gonna do the whole joke nonsense. Oh, fake kicks. And then after that, suddenly he's like a good wrestler. And then he's just gonna lose. There's no other way to look at this. This is a foregone conclusion. Therefore, it makes this match uninteresting to me.
Yeah, it's tough lah. But at the end of the day, I thought Orange Cassidy was nonsense, but he had that match with Park in Revolution that actually made him a star. So I'm just gonna reserve my judgment until I see the match lah.
Sure. But I mean, anything that kind of happens here is a bit non-canon, right? Like no real long-lasting consequences, I feel lah.
Yeah.
Moving on then, Les Sex Gods are back together. So Guevara is officially a Jericho appreciator, right? Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino. Who the hell is Shota Umino? I know Chris Jericho in his promo said Shota Umino like 3-4 times. Like, who is that?
Okay. First of all, I didn't know Minoru Suzuki is playing a heel, so I guess he's aligned with the heel. Okay, whatever.
Wait, what are you talking about here? Hasn't he always been a heel?
Yeah, but he's always those like respected guy. You know what I mean?
Oh.
He's like a veteran, but I don't know, now he's playing the bad guy, fine, whatever. But Shota Umino, do you remember vaguely when Jon Moxley first joined AEW, he did the G1 climax?
Sure.
He was in Japan, and then Shota Umino was his young lion, what? It
Oh,
was his like sidekick.
whatever.
Yeah,
Chris
been
Jericho
a
bringing up his name 3-4 times did nothing.
Yeah. Well, Inner Circle 2.0, you're right, Zayden. Like I feel like they just giving up on Jericho Appreciation Society and they brought their most over guy from Inner Circle.
Speaking of random, Eddie Kingston and Wheeler Yuta. What connection is there? You tell me.
Exactly, bro.
Why is it not Eddie Kingston and Santana? Eddie Kingston and Ortiz?
Yeah, because they had to have a New Japan guy or
Yeah.
like a half Japanese looking guy. I don't know.
Half Japanese. What the hell? Oh, Wheeler Yuta. Oh, because he's the what? No, he's the Ring of Honor Pure champion. Has he been in New Japan before Wheeler Yuta? No, right?
He did. Remember, he disappeared for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
he
he
did
was
the
in-
best of the Super Junior tournament.
This smacks of let's just throw something together because we need more inter-promotional matches, or you know
You know how I know Jericho Appreciation Society has been a failure?
how.
Why is Daniel Garcia not in Sammy Guevara's spot?
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole point, right?
Yeah.
And then Jericho is like, okay, this is not working. Let's bring back the guy who, I like to work with. And then now got Ty Conti, who is a heat magnet.
But
So-
okay lah. I think that is good landing spot for Sammy lah. After what he's done.
All right, let's get to the All Atlantic Championship then. So far, we got Pat, We got Miro, who beat Ethan Page. There's another underutilized talent. The next spot will be Penta or Malachi. Either way, does it really matter?
Bro, House of Black and Death Triangle have been feuding like almost as long as Brawling Brutes and New Day. Don't you think so?
Yes, and it seems like the whole House of Black thing is going nowhere. So, plus, okay. So, like, obviously we don't know lah. We'll find out this week, right? And then there's a New Japan representative. Do you know how they're going to decide that?
No, nothing. Hey, what's up? Mighty is in the chat, bro.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, but have they said who or how they're going to decide this New Japan representative?
No idea. They're gonna just probably pick from a hat 2 random names and let them fight on Dynamite for sure.
And then what? Have that winner go into the Fatal 4-Way lah?
Yeah, honestly, I do not know. Unless it's a big name, unless it's a Naito, unless it's like a freaking one of the Japanese stars. Like we haven't seen any Japanese wrestlers other than Tanahashi. Don't you think so? The rest all gaijin, what?
Yeah, that's true. If anything, maybe I'm excited for Miro's coming out party, and that's about it.
I think Miro should be the All Elite type champion lah.
Yeah, the All Atlantic champion.
All Atlantic and All Elite, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we have the main event. Moxley versus Tanahashi. Like I said.
Wait, those are all the matches so far?
Yeah. They haven't announced anything. Like, and literally 2 out of the 6 that I just mentioned, they announced last week. In the mess of humanity, the mess of I think there were 3 beatdowns that happened on AEW by people in street clothes.
Don't forget Aussie Open, bro.
Oh yeah, like nobody's gonna remember who these people are. They all look the same.
Yeah.
Hook versus Young Boy. God. Wait. Is that an actual match that's happening?
I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, if they want to underutilize all the younger talents in New Japan, like let them fight against the Hook lah. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Hook and Denhausen versus Young Boys.
Versus Show and Yo. Remember that, guys?
I thought they broke up already. Show and Yo. Mox, Tana, I have no interest in watching that match whatsoever. It's for the interim AEW World Championship because ultimately Tanahashi is not going to win because he's not going to fly back and forth. And Moxley as champion is not interesting to me. That's all I have to say. Go, bro.
Yeah, bro. No, there's a clip. We can start talking about Vince McMahon, bro. I'm done.
Oh, shit. Okay. There you go. Obviously, and this is my birthday pay-per-view. Okay, like. Next Tuesday is actually my birthday, right? So next Monday, I'm like, all right, at least I know it's not a big, like when, you know, my birthday has always been synonymous to me anyway with King of the Ring. I don't know if you remember growing up, King of the Ring was always the last week of June. So it was like, that's my birthday pay-per-view, right? I remember when I turned 18. No, 18 was it? No, when I first turned 21, wow, I got drunk as shit, bro. And then the next day, you know, my friend brought me out clubbing. Next day, hungover, I watched King of the Ring. Oh, ate pizza and drank more beer. Oh, those are good memories. And this year...
Do you remember which King of the Ring do you watch on your 21st birthday? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I just remember it being epic because like King of the Ring to me was always my pay-per-view. Like, it's my, you know... My birthday, that pay-per-view. And now this year, I get to enjoy the Forbidden Backdoor.
The Backdoor. You know, we didn't mention one thing, but I think one match that might be confirmed for Forbidden Door for the Iwgp Championship, bro. We never even talk about it.
Wait, who's fighting who?
Well, Jay White is the champion, right? Remember?
Wait.
Hangman Page wanted Okada?
Yeah, but... Oh, and that was an awkward promo. Oh my God. Can we talk about how awkward that promo? So, I guess I was wrong. Things happen. He lost, but the challenge still stands. I remember this so clearly because I was like, so you want to fight Okada or Jay White? Who you want to fight? Like, can you be more specific when you say the challenge still stands? So the challenge to Okada or the champion?
I remember funny lah. It's only Hangman will say something like, I challenged too soon. I think I made a mistake.
I'm like, wow, no wonder you're no longer the champion.
Yeah.
That's cowboy bullshit, is what it is.
Oh my
Fias,
god.
it's good to see you, by the way.
Oh my god. Suppose Jason saying like we are becoming like double or nothing. You're going long, bro. We're going long.
Hey, there's just so much to talk about. Okay, we haven't even touched the VKM scenario. Okay. So essentially, what we have now is we don't know who's going to challenge for the IWGP Championship. So is it going to be Cowboy Shit? Is it going to be Adam Cole Bay? I thought that Adam Cole was injured, but I don't know. Maybe they'll make it a triple threat.
He's working through an injury. I don't know when you're gonna have like a number one contenders match, blah blah blah. But I think it should be Hangman and Jay White lah, because they have some Bullet Club associations going on there.
Maybe explain it in a video package that I don't have to watch on YouTube.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, don't fucking give me Excalibur trying to spit out their entire history in 30 seconds.
Holy crap. Oh my god, okay, but I need to stop this thing in the mid-track, bro. Somebody just donated $50.
What are you? Oh, dude, who do we know? Do we have a name? What's going on?
He's still anonymous and he just said super kick to the gut party.
Okay, we know this is one of our peeps, so thank you so much for the donation. Exclamation mark fundraiser. We are raising funds for our base camp recruitments, efforts in building homes in Cambodia. Let me hit you with that link real quick.
Yeah, whoever that is that donated that $50, please DM us so we can know who you are, because you will get kick to the gut mug for you, especially for you, bro.
Not just the mug, but also us doing a video for you, a cameo. You can ask us to wish your mother a happy birthday or, whatever you want. We'll film a video for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really much appreciate it. Yes, for those who just joined the chat, like Mighty, Wonder Boy, they just came in right after. Yeah, we are trying to do a fundraiser and to help the people in Cambodia to build houses. One of our listeners who's in the chat right now, Lloyd, he's actually going over to Cambodia next week to actually build up these houses, and we're trying to raise $5,000 for that. So any amount will do, but if you do up to a certain amount, Mr. Young and I, we're going to list out the challenges again, our giveaways on our social medias, okay, after this.
Yeah, we'll put the quote-unquote menu on our social media. Don't worry.
Yeah.
In the meantime, okay, yeah, Jay White was probably going to win lah. I mean, do we really think that Hangman Page is going to be the IWGP champ?
Nah.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Let's move on then.
Okay, last audio of the day. Guys, thank you so much for waiting almost 2 hours for this.
Yeah.
But we got to talk about it, right?
We have to talk about it. I mean, forget about MJF and his pipe bomb. Forget about the injuries. The biggest news in the wrestling world in the past week. I'm fired.
Bro. To me, right? Isn't this an episode? Do you know the show Succession, bro?
No, I don't. What is it?
Okay, so it's this Netflix TV show. I can't remember whether it's on Netflix or not, but Succession is basically about this company where it's like a media magnate, like a media module, this drama where he's gonna die. So he is thinking of who to pass his company to. So the whole drama is about all his kids and child fighting. It's like Knives Out like that, trying to fight for the wheel. So essentially, bro, don't you think there is somebody trying to one by one kick the McMahon family out of their own WWE company?
Okay, no, I don't. The Alliance has finally won, Zayden said. This is long-term storytelling, my friends. Look, okay, so just to put context to this entire situation, right? So it has come out that Vince McMahon had to voluntarily step down due to investigations into his everything okay?
Oh, sorry. I just saw there's a weird white line. I don't know what the hell that is.
Okay. That's my mouse. Okay, let me move my mouse away.
Oh, sorry, that was you.
Yeah, my mouse was on your nose. So apparently, years ago, they had hired this one paralegal, which he had relations with, okay? And he paid $3 million of his own money. Let's call it hush money to be quiet and just, all right, don't say it. She signed an NDA, non-disclose agreement, basically saying that she can't say anything about her experience working there. And the allegation is that, first of all, this employee got like double a pay raise within a year or something like that. So obviously there's something fishy going on there. And then the friend, I don't know who leaked this out, but the friend of this paralegal, right? She actually said, or the friend said that after Vince was done, quote unquote, was done with her, she got passed on like a thing to Laurinaitis, Johnny Ace. And then she couldn't take it anymore working there, therefore she left. And upon leaving, they asked her to sign an NDA and gave her $3 million to be quiet. Don't say nothing.
So you're saying when she was doing that consensual relationship with Vince McMahon, she still stayed. But the moment she went to John Laurinaitis, she's like, I'm done with this. I have to quit.
It certainly sounds like it, doesn't it? Or maybe they are trying to set up John Laurinaitis as the fall guy, because we all know, John Laurinaitis is kind of his friend, confidant, sort of a deal. Obviously nobody truly knows exactly what the situation is. My question is, right? And at that position, Vince McMahon, with the amount of money he has, why don't he just hire some, personal escorts, Godfather's host, as it were? Why does he need to have a thing with a paralegal? And here's the thing, too. His infidelity is, I wouldn't say well known. He's cheated on Linda before. So this isn't even a thing of, he cheated on his wife. They were already separated.
Okay, yeah, but you're right. The whole point is we are not surprised. This is only now, then there's an NDA. But what surprised me the most about this was the fact that this just happened 3 years ago.
Yes,
right?
yes. So I wonder if it is an old man who obviously he's separated from Linda many, many years already. More than 3 years already, right? I wonder if it's an old man who's lonely. Because, like I said, if he just wanted the sex, he could have just called Godfather and give me some of your hoes, Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so, okay. So, I wonder if it's an old man trying to hang on to a younger, apparently she's in her 40s or whatever.
That's still a 30-year difference, bro.
Yeah, but the problem is the pay raise. Because at the end of the day, it's not company money that he tried to hush her with. He hushed her with out of his own pocket, 3 mil, right?
Yeah, but the issue is that if you are paying an employee, giving her an unreasonable amount of raise just because they have a personal relationship, that's when the company policy is being breached, right?
Exactly, and that could be grounds for them terminating Vince McMahon. Which, wow, okay. So then the question is, will the board ultimately find him guilty, and can the board fire him like that? Irvin brings up a very good point. Vince has never had a personal relationship. He can only find a girlfriend at work. Yes, that's exactly it. Which leads me to sort of think, was he just really, really lonely? And then he tried to, find a relationship. And I'm not saying that, obviously the relationship, for all we know, was consensual for many years, but he was also in a position of power. So this is where things get very tricky, right? Sometimes when you are in a position of power and you make advances on somebody, they feel the fear of rejecting because they are afraid of losing their job. So it might seem consensual to him. I'm not making an excuse for him. I'm just saying that could be what it is. But, he doesn't understand that there is that upwards pressure upon her to say yes. Go ahead.
I'm thinking now, right, bro? If WWE was a publicly traded company now, it would have been impossible for Stephanie McMahon and Triple H to have gotten together in the first place.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? Because
they got back together when it was a private company, right? Before.
They kind of went public at that point, but I don't think they've established all these ground rules and that kind of stuff. So, okay, here's my thinking. Okay, if you want to play devil's advocate, if the wrestlers are all hooking up, right? Wrestlers all are couples together.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks is dating a backstage the makeup gear guy, right? She's married to them. So within the company level, below the wrestlers and the management down there, they're dating everywhere is fine. But the issue is because Vince McMahon is like the person in power, and he has the power to like make somebody standing go up based on this.
Yep.
So
But here's the thing, he's
yeah.
not the whole idea too is he's not with somebody who's a performer. He's with somebody
correct.
who is like in the office. So it's not about like at the end of the day, it just feels like a thing of money and power. So okay, yeah, people have brought up in chat though, Vince is still in charge of booking.
Yeah, so the one thing that he's supposed to be taken out of, like we would want him to be taken out of, is the booking aspect. But it's the thing that stayed.
So okay, just to go back to this sort of in a corporate legal sense, right? Yeah, the main issue is from 100K a year to 200K a year. Why is this person getting such a pay raise? Is it because of a relationship? If it is, then obviously that's an issue. Not even so much about the hush money. And then after that, of course, comes the whole like, you know, harassment thing. Was it consensual? But even if it was consensual, was it an abuse of position because of who he literally is? Like he's the boss.
Yeah, I mean, Sir has brought up a great point. So it's Vince who screwed Vince after all.
Yeah. Vince didn't screw Brett. Well, shit.
I want to bring an interesting social media tweet that came out regarding this entire issue. Of all people, bro, that posted, Ryback.
Oh fuck! Don't even. I don't even want to hear what Ryback has. He posts with rubbish.
No, but I think remember a couple of months back, Ryback like talked a lot of crap to Vince McMahon and his like just passed away mother.
Yeah, he talks shit about his mom who passed away. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that like he's like a crazy old man, he deserves to die, blah blah blah. And then this thing happened with Vince, and then he was like, "Oh yes, I've finally proven right." And I'm thinking, I was like, he tone deaf or what? Yeah.
He's an idiot. Like, don't even bother about what he says. Irvin says, "What is the point of an NDA if it gets disclosed?" Yeah, exactly. So my question is, who disclosed it? So
who's the friend?
Was it the friend or was it the person?
It was not her for sure, but I think it's the friend that leaked it to the board of directors.
So the money, the 3 mil, does it go back to Vince? No, right?
Look, okay, how does the NDA work? So if you breach it, then you cannot sue or what?
Yeah, you'll get sued and you can claim the money back, you know, or you might lose even more. But then what if somebody else discloses it? But obviously, if the somebody else who disclosed it is a friend of that person, therefore that person must have told the friend, therefore you disclose it, therefore you can get sued. So by disclosing this, doesn't the friend has screwed the paralegal?
Yeah, it's a bit tough. I mean, here's the thing. Vince has survived what? Kena sued by the government, federal government.
Steroid trial, all that. I mean, it's not even a matter of that, right? So, okay, worst case scenario, he gets fired, correct?
Yeah.
And obviously, then they put Stephanie McMahon as interim CEO and chairwoman because you need to have a quote-unquote McMahon there as a figurehead, a McMahon who's been in the company for a very long time to placate the shareholders. Because if they go and appoint somebody else, confirms share prices drop. The share prices have already dropped, but it would have tanked even more, I think, if they did not put Stephanie there. So I'm very curious to see what kind of power, what kind of true power Stephanie holds as the interim CEO and what she will do with it. Will she fire Laurinaitis? Because Laurinaitis sort of, in this whole scenario, is an enabler as well, you know, is guilty of some shit as well.
Haley brought up a great point. How did the NDA get to the friend? So technically, if I just tell my friend quietly, but then she behind my back, she breached it, is that considered?
Yes, you've breached the NDA. Jason says she didn't breach it. This opened up because of the investigation about the hush money. Oh, wait. But how do you know about the hush money if it's out of Vince's own pocket? So Vince's accountant is the one, is it?
Somebody close to the situation must have known and like screwed Vince betrayed him, turned heel on Vince.
It's Nick Khan, bro. The Khans want to take over the wrestling industry. He's like, I'm next in line.
Bro, okay, hear me out, bro. Here's my theory why somebody is from the inside trying to kick out the rest of the Vince McMahon family. On January Royal Rumble, Shane McMahon kena left the company, right? After all the nonsense that happened, right? Triple H kena removed from power in NXT. Yes, he had the medical issue, but since then he never went back to NXT. They took over. Stephanie McMahon apparently didn't perform well in her job. Then they said they took a leave of absence, but apparently she didn't perform well in the job. And now this happened to Vince McMahon. I don't think it's circumstances, bro. I don't think so.
Are you implying somebody is behind the scenes? It was me, Vince. It was me. And it's Austin the whole time. Finally, Austin gets his comeuppance against Vince. It was me all along.
Yeah. I'm just saying, bro, like, okay, maybe here's my thinking. Board of directors actually want to sell WWE. They want to be open up. Nick Khan is pushing to sell, make them buy get a Walt Disney to buy, get a Netflix, whatever it is, right? But maybe Vince McMahon is the only one that is refusing to let go of his power.
Okay, I see where you are going with that, because the only reason that they can't sell is bad publicity, which is what has happened now. So you think he sabotaged himself?
Could be one. Another way is they are trying to open up the possibility of a new buyer or new owner buying when the stock is low or when the price is at its lowest.
Oh, so what? This is like insider trading shit?
Bro, this is like next level Succession. You gotta watch that show, Succession, bro.
This is better than their storylines. This is what I'm saying. Can you imagine if this is the ultimate work of all works? They're like, all right, they think MJF storyline is good. Screw it. This is what we're gonna go with. All right.
Okay.
Maybe Theory. Then they reveal Theory is the one who leaked everything, and Theory has turned his back on Vince McMahon.
No, bro. Money in the Bank contract is for the control of WWE. This McMahon will be a surprise entrance, bro.
Hey, this is pro wrestling logic. You settle court case in the ring. Wardlow versus 20. This one, the paralegal will come back, and it will be Stacy Keibler, or any one of the divas that Vince has made out with in the ring, which has been every one of them pretty much.
Okay, my here's the thing that's interesting for me, right? It's not the fact that this happened. This is bound to happen. Actually, I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier. That Vince McMahon cannot accused of sexual harassment or doing this kind of weird shady shit lah.
Well, hold on though. Like with Vince McMahon, he doesn't have a history of like this sort of behavior. Just there was the infidelity to Linda once. And then that's it. For all intents and purposes, right? And obviously we don't know their private lives and everything. And maybe he's really like managed to keep it so hush for like 15, 20 years. And then after this, more will spill out. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not like this is like, oh, Vince has been sleeping with all this diva, that diva. He might make out with them, but that's acting, remember? There's a difference. But like there has never been any allegation of misconduct, sexual misconduct from Vince McMahon.
Because he's just never been caught.
Rishi says, it was Triple H all along. He's playing the game.
Oh, Rishi, that's amazing. That's awesome. Okay. That's the thing. It's not the fact that this happened. I'm thinking, what is the Pandora's box that they just opened? Because what they're saying now is the board of directors hired a third-party law firm to investigate into his dealings over the past. So it's not just this NDA. What about all the previous years of that could have happened?
Why are you paying 10K here, 1 mil there, 5K here? You know, like all the monies that's been paid out, like who knows what else they will uncover. So I hope he has a very good lawyer. His accountants are very good.
Bringing back Jerry McDevitt for his one last lawsuit fight before he retires.
Maybe it was Jerry McDevitt the whole time.
No, Zedus is the best. It's Rikishi. He did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people.
Bro, The Rock bought over XFL. Right? What if The Rock buys over WWE? Smackdown!
Walao eh. Okay. What if this actually benefits the McMahons in that now that Vince is out of the picture, he can't make the calls, so they can't sell. Because I feel like Vince would be in the position, and he is the type of person who would just sell it if he doesn't think that Shane or Stephanie can run it. He'd be like, just sell it to somebody. Because at the end of the day, right, he is a promoter more than a wrestling purist. He's a promoter.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he can't run it anymore, will he just sell it? And then maybe, that's why, my tinfoil hat on, my idea is that it's Steph. Steph wants to keep it in the family. And therefore, releasing all this forces, first of all, Steph is now in charge. So she can call the shots. She can fire John Laurinaitis. I don't know if she or the board eventually fires Vince McMahon. But imagine Steph taking over. Guess who's gonna come back? Triple H.
Triple H. Man. Okay, yeah, maybe. Have you seen like some of the IG stories I've been posting about like he did a Howard Stern interview from back in the day. He talked about, there was one storyline where on screen they said that Vince McMahon made her do a lot of things to his business associates, that kind of shit.
Who?
Do you see?
Yeah, Steph. Yeah, Steph. Okay.
It was like an on-screen segment. But what I'm trying to say is like I feel like remember a lot of people have a lot of frustrations with Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
What if their kids is trying to get him out of power?
Yeah lah, so that's
It's
my
a
point.
ploy.
That's
Yeah,
my
so the
point.
ploy-
That Steph and Shane are like, okay, the old man is not relinquishing as much as we love him, but he's just gonna, kill himself doing this business, killing the product.
Yeah.
So let's put the screws to him.
Okay, so here's the thing that I'm just annoyed by. So why not step away from his creative role as well?
I mean, he's got to hold on to something, right? But
I don't mind him keeping doing the business part, but don't even have the creative part.
as CEO, and we will see in the next couple of weeks, if Steph truly has the CEO powers, she can do that. She can remove these people, the yes men.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I feel like WWE is interesting right now, not because of whatever happened on screen.
No, their product is absolute shit right now.
Yeah.
But all this drama outside of it, like, I don't know if they are willing to capitalize on it. I don't think they can, because these are legal proceedings and whatnot, so they can't. And then going back to his now, then, and forever speech on SmackDown, it was like, I bet you if he didn't have board of directors or shareholders, it would have been a different promo. He would have, if the WWE was still a private company, he would have gone out there and cut like a promo and just like fucking good old Mister McMahon style, right?
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I feel like the lawyers are stopping him from talking anything that he's not supposed to. Probably people were advising him, like maybe he in his mind, like, I'm gonna just address it if I could. Then he said, no, you can't.
Please, tolong, don't. And the thing is, like, the older one gets, I don't know about you, but like, have you ever met really old people who are very stubborn?
They just don't give a fuck anymore. lah.
And Vince has always been a very stubborn fella, a one-track mind. We know this, right? The older they get, the worse they will be.
Yeah, for sure. So I feel at the end of the day, like this won't happen until Vince McMahon is dead.
I mean, obviously we don't wish ill health to anybody. Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar, all these ideas popping up.
Guys, this is not a WWE storyline. This is real life. Why you give me so weird, weird selections?
At the end of the day, too, like going back to the whole situation, like we will never know what the true situation is. And even if the paralegal does come out, and until they come out and explain what exactly happened, this is all going to be hearsay, rumor, and innuendo, right? We'll never know. Like, okay, what if it was a consensual relationship and then he just wanted her not to talk about it? What if it was really just that?
Yeah, and if that's the case, and the board will decide whether that is grounds for him to be dismissed.
Yeah, but the grounds would be the doubling of the pay.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what's funny? Nobody is doubting the fact that this actually happened. It's like, definitely something Vince would do. Normal.
No. I love just going back to the original. She quit. She finally couldn't take it anymore when she got passed to John Laurinaitis. Like Vince, can 70-year-old man can, but John Laurinaitis cannot. Oh, and the other thing as well, John Laurinaitis is married to the mother of the Bella twins, right?
The Bella twins,
who has brain cancer.
Yes.
Like his wife is literally sick with brain cancer, and I don't know what he did. That's disgusting. So at least, not at least, but with Vince, he's separated. Like, he can, it's hard to even, I'm not justifying any of it. I'm just saying it's not as bad, I guess,
But okay. I'm thinking from a point of view of the girl. I mean, like, does this remind you a bit like the Monica Lewinsky situation?
Yes. Like we said, it's a thing of power. Power is very attractive. But so did she do it because she knew he was a man of power and wealth, or was did she not have a choice to do it? Because, I mean, let's play devil's advocate. Let's look at it on both sides, right? Like we said, definitely the power and the money comes into play because they were afraid of losing their job if they didn't, quote unquote, get into this relationship. Or did she see, wow, this one, powerful man, I can make a lot of money in just a few years. I just have to, deal with this wrinkled old bag.
I think Jason wrapped it up best. It's consensual. Vince never denied this. But it's how he clarified the hush money is from personal funds. So that one is, I don't think it's disputed. That probably happened. But like is it linked? Like, okay, maybe she got her parents because her performance was really well done. Like maybe she was the best paralegal there. Maybe. I think that's the only way Vince McMahon can get away from it. Like, yeah, she had a relationship with me, but she has proven that she's a great performer.
Then all her KPI, all the KPI scores come out. Wow,
Yeah. But if somebody like third party can independently see that her performance was really good, and maybe they're just recording that, then maybe can. But the fact that the $3 million hush money kind of like destroys the entire notion though. So
no, but I mean it's fine because it's his own money. I mean it's not fine, but you know what I mean? It's his own money. Ultimately, if he wants to keep this hush, it's his business, what? Morally speaking, it's like I just don't want people to know. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Right? If this were once again, if this were consensual, if she agreed to it, he agreed to it, they, 3 mil, there you go.
Bro, Zayden, great point. Maybe he fired all those people back over 2020 during the pandemic because he had to fund this girl's pay.
Oh my god.
That's quite fucked up, but
we'll have to wait and see. It's an interesting time, and not because of the product itself. The documentaries in 10 years, though. Holy shit.
Bro, Dark Side of the Ring, Vince McMahon.
Let's go. Wow, hey, that one would be a freaking anthology.
Bro, isn't there like a Netflix movie or something that's going to be done on Vince's soon?
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. Shit, that's going to... Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you gotta wait until the whole saga is over. It's just a developing story right now, man.
Bro, he will last forever. When we are 80, he's gonna be 100 and don't know what, and he still will be alive.
Yeah, then, now, forever.
Forever.
Together.
With that said, oh my god, okay, this might be one of our longest. Actually, not really, we haven't hit 2 hours and a half yet, but still. Just yeah, exactly. Jason says board of directors only interested in company money. So there's that yearly pay.
Like I said, developing story. We only know whatever. We just shared with you guys all the facts. We tried. I want to speculate, but I also kind of I want to see where this plays out. I don't know whether the in-ring product will get worse or better. That's the thing that is more important, right?
Maybe that's why they're in a holding pattern, because all the resources are now being funneled towards and you know how it is sometimes when the company is sort of like in limbo, in flux, the performers, the writers, they also like holding pattern a bit, so they can mail it in, as it were. So it could be that. Dave says Laurinaitis' wife has brain cancer. I thought she had a tumor on the brain that was successfully removed. Was it? Okay, somebody double check that for me in case I spread fake news.
Yeah, but like this happened in the new generation era. Remember during the steroid trial, the product suffered a lot. So only after everything was wrapped up, then they could focus back on bringing the company forward. Maybe that's the reason why WWE is the way it is. Like, you think he got time to negotiate with Brock, Roman, Brock, all this?
And let's not forget, he's also the head of creative. So he's probably ultra distracted. That's why everything, all the storylines are a mess. Actually, now that you think about it, it makes sense. In the past year, I mean, even though the news only broke last week, I guarantee you the board of directors knew about this for months already. Months. Yeah. They've been
My question is, it's not that. Maybe they have been investigating for months, but who leaked it to Wall Street Journal?
Okay, so what it is hold on, the Kathy Laurinaitis had the surgery in 2020 when this affair was supposedly happening with and the paralegal. People power.
Oh my god, that was a very accurate. Accurate. Very accurate. Right.
Oh god, oh god. Yeah, I can see why she left. Oh my god.
Okay. Mr. Young.
Oh.
Keep it PG. Keep it PG.
I'm so hard. Oh.
Oh my god. For $20 of donation, Mr. Young can do that for you personally.
Hey, this is not OnlyFans. Okay.
Uh,
Straps. Oh fuck! I cannot. I lost. It's tough on my throat. Okay, and I just want
yes, your throat will be gone, bro.
proper voice acting. Okay, so there you go. That's what it is. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate it. Please go check out our sponsors. Go check out the fundraising that we're trying to help the base camp out with as well. Exclamation mark fundraiser. There you go.
Yeah, guys, please check it out. Click on the links. Follow Nick Mutt on @65roofs on Instagram, and you can use the QR code as well. We'll continue this fundraiser throughout the week. So if you see the social media and the links, please consider donating. And next week as well. So Forbidden Door review next week, right?
Woo! Yes, right before my birthday. I can't wait to review Forbidden Door. Oh my god!
Guys, so please join next week. Mr. Young's episode is a birthday team episode. Huh? So,
oh my god, okay, come. A pre-birthday episode. I love it. Let's go. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate you so much. Please check out our sponsors as well as the fundraiser. And once again, if you are donating any amount of money, please leave in the notes, kick to the gut, or some sort of reference so we know who you are. And then come onto our Discord or IG, DM us, let us know that you have dropped us a donation so we can send you the stuff that we've promised lah.
Yes, for sure. And guys, we've still got one more week of wrestling ahead. Who knows what's going to happen on Raw, on Dynamite, on SmackDown this week.
Who cares what happens on Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Rampage? All I care about is the saga of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the podcast boys will be here next week to analyze and react to everything that just happened in the wrestling world as well.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to get out of here. Everybody have yourselves a wonderful Monday if you're listening to podcasts as well. Thank you. Come and join us on YouTube when we do the live stream. I think we're going to set it at this timing, right? I think it's better for everybody.
Yeah, for sure. And Tova Queen, scissor me, daddy.
What? Do we...
Come on. Scissor me, bro. Scissor me. Come.
Wrong way. You need to do the other way.
I need to do this way. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Wait. I don't know what's happening.
We don't know how to deal with mirror images. We're too... Oh, no. You do the other way.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. Okay. Scissor me, daddy.
Oh, good lord. Oh my god, it's become a thing. Stop it, everybody. Everybody have a good week ahead. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye. It's Mr. Young.
And it's foreign in the building. Please donate. Bye-bye.
Kick to the gut. I like it.